Scottish redone whore, and a pissy ex-video store clerk. Their ongoing mission is to set right the movie wrongs. They're gonna need a bigger podcast.
Hello everybody and welcome to episode 99 of the 365 Flicks Hey Chris.
Kev.
I got 99 episodes and this is one. Bit of Jay-Z for you.
That was rubbish.
If you're having pod problems, I got something for you, son. I got 99 pod episodes and this is one. Woo! We're one more away from 100.
Yeah.
We nearly in triple digits.
Don't start 2018 with that.
I'm trying to be all millennial and stuff.
Well, don't, because you went.
I know I'm not. We are one episode from 100. That is mental. Although, with this being a 2017 roundup, I was going through the episodes, and technically, we've actually done 115. Technically.
Yeah, but a lot of them don't count as numbered ones.
Yeah, we don't number all our episodes.
You know, we've done emergency episodes when that had to be done and stuff.
We do emergency episodes. Yeah. We do, like, we did the Walking Dead episodes, the Talking Heads.
That's right.
They didn't count. Basically, we wanted to prolong getting to 100 for as long as possible, but it turns out next episode 100.
Yeah.
Ton. 100, as the Germans say.
All right.
So yes, I am Kevin, the Pissy X video store clerk, and you are?
I am the winner of the 2017 Floppy Award for Brit of the Year and Scottish Weed and Whore, Chris.
And who's that lovely lady sitting in your arms?
This is Luna.
Yeah, the dog has joined us. This is we got a dog in the pod cave. A puppy.
Bless her.
Not good. Is that the first time in a while you've had a girl in your lap? Sorry, I'm very sorry. But yeah, we are here for the 2017 in review sort of episode. It is now 2018, as you probably all know. And did you have a good year?
It was alright.
It was alright.
I'm not a big fan of New Year.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, we spent last New Year like
we were podcasting last New Year. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of New Year. I had a really good Christmas.
Did you have a good Christmas?
Yes,
what did you get for Christmas?
I can never remember.
Because you get so much.
I got.
Is that because you get so much stuff?
No, just because I'm shit at remembering things. I got Martin Scorsese masterclass.
Ooh,
for filmmaking.
Ooh,
which should be, I think, will be cute.
But you've already made a film.
Yeah, no.
Technically, so you don't need it.
Of course I do.
Why? You've made a movie.
Sequel, bitch.
You should be teaching Mr. Scorsese how to do things.
I don't think so.
Oh, no, I don't think so. Not Mr. Scorsese. He's my friend, don't you know? Do you think he'll give you a part in The Irishman?
Well, I would bloody well hope so.
He might let you direct.
That comes with the...
He might let you direct the scene.
Might do.
With Joe Pesci.
Where's she going now?
I don't know.
So I got that. That from my mum and dad. That's cool. Mm-hmm. So, I think that'll be really interesting. It doesn't go live until the end of January. Mm-hmm. And I guess it's like a film, like a online course, I suppose. Yeah. And I've had a look at the trailer for it kind of thing, and it looks like he's covering pretty much, all aspects of filmmaking.
Yeah. How to deal with the divas?
Mark, yeah.
Oh, aye. Yeah, he's going to have to teach you some how to deal with Mark tricks.
Just hire a continuity officer.
Well, yeah, he was Captain Continuity.
He was.
So
that'll be interesting. I'm looking forward to doing that at the end of this month. So that's that. And just the usual sort of stuff. Anne got me something Batman-y, but I don't know what it is yet because it hadn't arrived.
Right. You just know it's Batman-y.
It's Batman-y.
It'll be a cape and cowl.
Ooh.
So you can walk around the streets of Berwick being the vigilante.
I could totally do that.
Yeah. I think you should go to Boots Steps and just start killing all the smackheads. We used to have a customer. Oh, this is a good story. We used to have a customer who used to come in the video shop. Back in the day when I worked in the video shop, we used to use I only ever knew him as Hamill, because he used the card of these people that he came and stayed with. They were called the Hamels. And I don't actually know what his name is, but he used to come in and he had like a really thick accent, and I could never guess where it was from. I just assumed he was Russian, because he was like really tall, looked a bit Russian, couldn't understand his accent. And there was one day he came in and he was all boiling because of like the reptiles that stand outside Boots on the steps.
Yeah.
And he says, I have way of dealing with reptiles. I don't think he was Russian, but he sounded Russian. He says, I have way of dealing with the reptiles of Beric. And his idea was that he was going to have a meth bus.
A meth bus.
So it was kind of like an ice cream van,
right?
But it was more like a transit van, and you didn't have a window that you hand out the meth. And you would drive out into Boots on the high street, and you would open the back, and you'd be like, meth, come get the meth. And then they would like come along, he would get them in the back of the van, and he would take them to a kill squad.
Nice.
This was his idea. Now, the only reason this is a good story is because about a year later, he came into the video shop one night again, off his face, very, very drunk, and he was very emotional, and he was like, Kevin, I be coming in here for like 2 years now, and you friend of mine, you friend. And I was like, okay. And he decided to show me his passport. So he opens up his bag, and he pulls out a passport, and then he proceeds to pull out another passport, and then another passport. Guy had like 10 passports in his bag, all with different names, all his picture.
Was he Jason Bourne?
I think he was.
Wow.
And I just remember thinking, okay, this is officially fucking weird. He wants to have a kill squad to kill all the meth heads, and he's got like 10 passports, and his bag is full of like Russian standard vodka. Maybe that's how I knew he was Russian. So anyway, he says to me, I was working with Laura at the time. He says, I have to go get bus. Will you come with me? No. Sorry, mate, but no. But I felt quite sorry for him, so I ended up like walking him round to the bus stop, taking him to the bus. And when we got there was a couple. There was like a man and a woman. You know, that's how couples work. And they're standing there all like kissing each other and hugging each other, waiting for the bus. You know, innocent couple. And he went up to them as we were sat there. He got up and he walked over to this couple. Excuse me, are you being paid to watch me? And I was like sat there going, okay, this is officially the weirdest fucking night of my life. And he's like, I have to ask, is somebody paying you to watch me? And I was just sat there freaking out like, this is fucking mental. This bus isn't going to turn up and I'm going to be raped and or killed. Probably both. But he got on the bus, he went on his merry way, and I never saw him again.
Crap.
Never saw him for like a good 3 or 4 years. And that was only like I bumped into him on the high street. Did I speak to him? Did I fuck? I kept on walking. And yeah, so that was one of our customers in Global Video.
Wow. And you've never told me this before because?
I don't know why I've never told you that, because that is a story that I like telling people.
Yeah.
Because I was freaking out. It was like, this guy is clearly like KGB, CIA, FBI, on the grassy knoll. Like, he's one of these guys. And he had 10 passports, dude.
That's mental.
And they all had the same picture, and it was like Anatoly, Yushkinev, and stuff like that. It wasn't that name, but that would have been pretty cool. So yeah, that's my story for the day.
Well, there you go.
So you got a job to do, man.
Yeah. So the dog likes beer, by the way.
Yeah, if Lindsay listens to this episode, I'm getting like divorced because you're letting like a puppy that's like 7 weeks old drink beer.
It's not my fault. All right, so have a look for us on Facebook and on the Twitter. You can search for 365 Flicks Podcast. Don't forget to like the page and share the page and subscribe to the page and all of that to get more updates and more episodes and news and things as we can be bothered to do them.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can also have a look for us on a few cheeky networks. We're on the Tangible Network. We're on Wicked Radio Network. We're on Wavy Geeks. Our British home, nerdly.co.uk.
Nerdly.
Exactly. You can also have a look for us on the Twitters. If you look for hashtag Pod and Family and hashtag BritPodScene. Also, subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts or the iTunes, if you will. Don't forget to leave us a cheeky 5-star review, because we like when that happens.
Yeah, we
it's
do.
2018. We want some 5-star reviews, motherfuckers.
It would be very nice,
wouldn't it?
We have a few. We're getting there. But it's always nice to have a few more.
Exactly. So yeah, don't forget to leave a 5-star review. You can also follow us on Spotify, and you can subscribe to us on any other third-party podcasting app that you can find on your phone and whatnot.
And to that long list, you're gonna have to learn another one. I'm sorry to do this to you. You're gonna have to, though.
Oh my Christ!
We, as of this Friday, when this episode, I think I'll be putting this episode out on Friday. So as of today, in fact, we are going to be part of Geeks World Wide even. So if you go to thegww.com, you will find an awesome website, Geeks Worldwide. Do a lot of posts for reviews, interviews, all sorts like that. There's loads of other awesome podcasts that I really like listening to. So you've got like Jake and Tom Conquer the World, which I've always been a fan of. We have a Hulk. I'm sure you listen to them.
Yep.
There's some really good podcasts on this site, and go and check them all out, because we are now going to be part of their group, which is pretty cool. It's another site, not unlike Nerdly, that hopefully they're going to be really good to us in the same way that Phil is, because we love Phil. And it's just another place that you can find us.
So I'm now saying, we're on Tangent Bound, we're on Wicked Radio Network, we're on Weeby Geeks, we're on Geeks Worldwide.
You could even, I like the way you say that. You could even just say, like, we're on blah, 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 blah. Will it get to a point where you just say we're on the internet?
Just look for us on Tinder.
just go to Google, type it in. There's a whole bunch of places you can find us.
It might do.
I think you should do that once. So yeah, we have got an absolutely jam-packed episode. This is the 2017 Happy New Year in review episode. So we've got our regular news section coming up for you. We've got a what have you been watching section. I've not watched much. Have you been watching much?
I've got a few things.
Cool.
I've binged a couple of shows.
Good lad. We have our 0%ers, which was a struggle this time.
Yeah.
I mean, spoilers, that's 2 bad ones in a row.
Yeah.
We have Just the Pilot, which was the X-Men spin-off show, The Gifted. Mm-hmm. We'll be getting to that in a little bit. We have a top 5 movies of 2017. We're also going to be doing a bottom 3 of 2017, because we had some stinkers this year. And the best 3 TV shows that we watched this year. And then we'll probably end with a little bit of what we have been doing over the last year. Because
we've got quite a lot to talk about there.
We have. We've done a lot this year.
Didn't even try and limit ourselves to 5 things on that. Nah. Fuck me.
No,
it was an amazing year.
I think what we'll pretty much do when we get to that bit is I have a list of sort of people we spoke to and things we did, and we'll just we'll skim through it, and we'll just pick what we just thought was amazing, because we have done some cool ass shit this year.
We have.
And of course, at some point we'll also be telling you what we are looking forward to in 2018, because there's some pretty good movies coming out this year as well. Yeah. So why don't we just get into it, and I'll play those Big Ben bongs, and we'll get right into the news.
Do it.
Bong.
So, first one. There's not a great deal of news, but it'll be fine. First one. I didn't read the article because it annoyed me, but Disney are apparently expecting the Han Solo film to bomb.
Well, what the fuck do you expect? What do you expect? You hire Lord and Miller, who are flying high off Lego movies. They do okay, but you hire them to do like this big fucking main staple tentpole sort of spin-off fucking Star Wars movie, and then you sack them, or you get rid of them because or they leave because apparently your visions aren't in line. You openly admit that you don't really like the main character that's playing Han Solo because he's got no charisma, and you're hiring people to come in and help him gain, basically help him act.
But how did he get the part, though, if he's got
no
charisma?
Fuck did he get the part?
Because, when you've got your checklist for actors to play Han fucking Solo. Surely, you know, okay, he's got brown hair, check.
Yep.
He looks about yay high, check.
Looks good in a waistcoat.
Charismatic,
Yep.
check.
A scoundrel, check. You know, like, all these things. They've cast Donald Glover as Lando Calrissian. We've seen Donald Glover in shows like Community, which we both loved, as Troy. We've seen him in that Atlantic, was it Atlantic that we watched?
Yeah, Atlanta.
Yeah, so we've seen him do things, and it's pretty fucking obvious he's going to be a good Lando Calrissian.
Yeah.
Like, I'm looking forward to seeing him play that role. Nothing about this kid screams Han Solo. Have you seen the posters that have been coming out?
I've seen the one of. I've not seen any posters. I've seen the photo of them all in the cockpit of the Millennium Falcon.
He just looks like a tit.
Yeah.
What? This was a bad idea.
There was no. I don't know why they chose to do a Han Solo film.
No.
Like, surely, you know, there's other characters in the Star Wars universe that you could have done a movie about. We don't need to see a Han Solo film.
And as much as I like Ron Howard as a director, because I do like Ron Howard as a director, he makes some great movies. I wasn't necessarily thinking to myself, Ron Howard should make a Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
Ron Howard should do a spin-off. I'm hoping he's done a good job, but by the sounds of it, Disney ain't sure.
But then it was one of those sources say things, and you know they're getting more and more annoying.
Are these the same sources that are now saying that Kathleen Kennedy and Lucasfilm are basically just hiring directors and script writers and screenwriters with the intentions of just writing your own movie, and it doesn't fucking matter, we'll make it work? Like, this is what they're saying now. Like, she hired JJ to bring back this franchise, which he did fantastically. She hired Rian Johnson and basically said to him, write your movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They didn't seem to be too bothered about it being this overarching story that you're going to have the third part of. You are writing the second part of a trilogy, but it's your movie. It's a standalone thing. You do what you want to do.
Yeah, but surely one of the... Well, you would think one of the fucking prerequisites of that is don't shit all over the fucking first movie. Exactly.
And at least leave a way that the third one's going to make fucking sense.
Aye.
It's I don't know what's going on over there. I really don't. I wasn't surprised when I read that they weren't overly enthusiastic about Solo, because I thought it was a bad idea from the start anyway.
Yeah.
Like, I could have maybe taken a Boba Fett movie. I could have maybe lived with that. But a Han Solo movie, I don't necessarily need it. I like Han Solo for the fact that I never knew his backstory.
But well, that's it. Like, you know, Han Solo was introduced in A New Hope.
Yeah.
And it was a great introduction to the character. We don't need to know. Like, if you were going to watch it in chronological order of the fucking saga, the entire saga, you've now got an origin story of Han Solo that's going to take away from his introduction in A New Hope.
Because when
in theory, it might be amazing. We don't know, but
when you met him in New Hope, though, like, it felt like you'd already known him for years.
Mm-hmm.
Like, as soon as you meet Han Solo, it felt like you'd already sat in a bar
because
and had a drink with him.
It was good writing.
It was great writing.
You know, but yeah. We'll see.
I mean,
we'll see what happens.
This one doesn't surprise me, and I'm expecting it to be a bit of a mess. I'm just hoping for the best.
Are we going to go and see it?
I'm not overly enthusiastic about seeing it, if I'm honest with you.
It's coming out, I think it's summer it's coming out, I believe. And you know what it was like this year? It was like, well, there's not enough. There's not enough time to go and see all the movies. It's not really on my list.
It's not on my on the top of my list, definitely not.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens.
Bit bad news.
Oh,
well,
no.
not bad news exactly, but a bit shitty news. No new Peaky Blinders until 2019.
No?
No.
That's crap.
Yeah.
Well, I need to finish it anyway.
Have you not finished season 4?
Two episodes left. I wanted to... No, I think I've got 3 episodes. When Polly went to see Adrian Brody at the end of the episode, that's the last one I saw.
Right. Okay.
Basically, because I'd binged it all the way, and then all of a sudden I was like, one episode, like week to week. I was like, you know what, I'm just going to wait.
Yeah.
And I'll just...
I actually did, to be fair, I didn't watch it until about 3 weeks in.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did the same thing.
I'm going to sit down and I'm going to watch them all and blitz it.
bit of a fucker that there's no new episodes till 2019, though.
So no Game of Thrones till 2019, no Peaky Blinders.
Mm-hmm.
Bit shit, really,
There you
innit?
go. Talking about shit,
Oh, no.
Gillian Anderson is not going
Yeah,
to
I
be
saw
playing
this.
Scully anymore.
I saw this. Happy, not happy?
I'm not happy at all. Well,
Is there going to be another series past this, though?
I don't know.
I mean,
You
I would say without her, how
can't
do you
do
do
the
it?
X-Files
But,
without Scully.
but, like, did she... No, it was David Duchovny that left, wasn't it?
Yeah, David Duchovny left after, I think it was season 7,
Yeah.
I think. And they wrote him out and they continued it with Robert Patrick and that.
Yeah, the T-2000.
And, Annabeth Gish,
Okay.
I want to say. It was okay, it had its moments, it was alright. So, I mean, in theory they could, but I don't want them to,
No.
without Gillian Anderson.
No, she is pretty much like... I mean, I would say that about Duchovny as well, but obviously they kept it going without Duchovny.
Yeah.
But she is pretty much the heart and soul of the show, really.
Yeah.
He's sort of the aloof character that you're not really supposed to be able to get too close to, and she's like, she's your every girl.
Yeah,
She's like, she is you, essentially.
bless her. But yeah, it's a bit of a fucker, but I suppose like she's been playing the character for, what, 20 odd years? Wasn't it? I think it was the 20th anniversary last year of the first series. I'm sure.
So do you think she'll make a Straight Heads 2 with Danny Dyer?
Maybe. You never know.
It's a good ass
You never
film.
know.
Good ass
It
film.
is a good film. Pretty brutal in places, but yeah, it is a good film.
What, when they rape the guy with a fucking shotgun up
Yeah,
his
that'll
arse?
do it. That'll do it.
It's not brutal at all.
Tarantino's Star Trek.
Yeah, I keep seeing that there's news, but I've not read
They
it.
have hired a writer for it.
Okay.
The guy who wrote The Revenant, Mark L. Smith, has been hired to write the script for it.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure why Tarantino's not writing it. I assume Tarantino would be writing it.
This is what I was saying to you, though, when we first spoke about it, like, how the next step was that they were going to get a writer's room in. And I'm like, well, if he's pitching a story, if he's come to them with a Star Trek story, surely he's going to write it.
Yeah.
And it's in his head.
It did say that he would be like involved with the script writing process.
I don't want him involved. I want him writing it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't want other, like, obviously have a couple of, like, I don't know, fucking Trekkies in the room who've been part of the universe, and they can say, well, you can't quite do that. That's too far.
Yeah, you can't have, Spock tear someone's fucking head off or something like
That'd
that.
be cool.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
So I wonder, what I want to know is if it'll be like the Chris Pine cast.
I'm
Or
hoping
if
so.
it'll be...
I'm hoping it's still the Chris Pine cast. Because there's still stories to be told.
Of course
there
there is. I mean, it feels like... Well, and a lot of people loved Beyond.
Mm-hmm.
They were wrong.
I loved it.
Well, you were wrong too. But it just feels like it's kind of gone flat. Like there's not been any news. I suppose Chris Pine was busy doing his Wonder Woman, and
I think it'll just take something like Tarantino, like JJ came along and reinvented it, and well, he didn't reinvent it, but he gave it a lease of life, and he fucking put some spunk into the film, literally. So
literally,
you just need that again. You just need that again.
Yeah.
And I think they should do that, like, maybe every 3 or 4 movies. Just bring someone in to...
Just no more Justin Lin.
No more Justin Lin. No. I'm fine with not having another Justin Lin.
What I thought would have been interesting is if you had, like, JJ there working on a script, if you had, like, Simon Pegg working on the script, and Tarantino working on the script.
That's a trifecta.
But then I suppose you get, like, too many cooks and all that shit, but... That would have been interesting.
You're saying too many cooks, but that's 3 massive fucking nerds. Like 3 big Star Trek nerds in the same room.
Yeah.
And then you've got the JJ's fucking all style, little bit of substance. You've got Simon Pegg's, like, his dialogue and his writing is fantastic. And then you've got Tarantino, who's like a mixture of both, he's got some really good dialogue, he's got some amazing, like, style to what he does.
Yeah.
So the 3 of them, they would just be like a dream for Star Trek.
There you go. But, well, apparently we've got Mark L. Smith.
I mean, I didn't...
The Revenant's a pretty good movie,
I didn't like The Revenant, if I'm honest, but it is a good movie. it's just not my cup of tea.
All right.
No, like you can watch a movie and you can say that it's a good film, but it's not what I wanted.
Yeah.
I kind of just wanted Tom Hardy to be like all up in there, like every single scene.
Okay, fair enough. Not fair enough, actually, with Tom Hardy in that movie, but yeah. Apple has been linked with a takeover of Netflix.
I thought you were going to say Disney were buying them.
Disney were buying Apple, or the other way around.
Well, did Disney not own Apple? I don't know.
Disney don't.
Apple are buying Netflix though, or they
They've
want
been linked to a takeover of it. Yeah,
needs money.
it does need money.
Netflix does need money
Yeah.
because they're fucking hemorrhaging.
Yeah, but then well, there's a couple of shows that I want to talk about on What You Mean Watching that, like, they're Netflix exclusives. I think. Yeah, they are both Netflix exclusives, and like they're fucking good.
But this is the thing. Like, I don't know how Netflix actually makes its money.
Yeah, we've said that before. We don't really know what the model is with Netflix. You would, I don't know.
But somehow they seem to be able to just throw money at these shows, and they seem to be they're making top quality TV, like Sky Atlantic levels of TV show.
Oh, higher than that.
But you must wonder, like, how the fuck? Because it's $7.99 a month,
Something like that. Yeah,
and it can't have. I mean, obviously they've got millions of subscribers, but is $7.99 a month across all the subscribers going to be enough to make all these fucking outrageously good shows?
Well, but then they talk about shows losing money. Like, what was that? Marco Polo.
Yeah,
Lost them a lot of money, like millions and millions of
that
pounds.
one I liked. The Baz Luhrmann one, the Get Down. Apparently that lost them a fucking shit ton.
But
of
they were putting in like sort of, I think it was like $5 million an episode to that show.
Exactly.
So if they're saying that this show's lost us money, it must be more than the $7.99. It must be something to do with like. But I mean, there's no adverts on Netflix,
No.
so I really, honestly, bloody haven't got a clue.
Somehow they're doing it, but
Yeah.
maybe that's why something like Apple coming along, maybe they need it.
Yeah, maybe.
Let's just hope they don't Apple everything.
Yeah, no.
You can only watch Netflix if you've got an iPhone.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Shit like that. You know fine well they'll do it.
Well, we've both got iPhones, we'd be alright.
You know they will.
That would be funny though. Last little bit of news. Neil Blomkamp has now said, "Fuck off! I'm not making any more. I'm not making that Alien movie."
For definite.
Yep.
Is that because Ridley Scott's going around fucking shitting all over everyone?
Pretty much, aye. He said he's done making Alien movies and the wind is out of the Alien franchise. Then he wants to make more Alien movies focusing on the robots, and it's like, you know what, mate, fuck off.
Did you see the last thing? I think it was yesterday. I was reading an article where he basically said that he doesn't understand why people don't regard Alien in the same way they regard Star Wars. He thinks his Alien franchise, and fair enough, a couple of them are brilliant, but he thinks that franchise is level pegging with Star Wars.
No.
Not at all.
No.
Amazing movies, great movies, not Star Wars level though. Like, not even the legacy of Star Wars. You're fucking mental, you idiot.
Well, you're fucking shitting all over your legacy if you know,
exactly.
continue making movies like fucking Covenant.
Oh, nah. But I mean, he just seems to be doing all these interviews left, right, and centre where he's just pissing people off. And what are you doing? Like, you haven't made a decent movie fucking in a long time because you keep making these wanky fucking
what was
Prometheus.
the last decent Ridley Scott movie?
Ridley Scott decent? Ah, fuck knows. Fuck knows.
Kingdom of Heaven?
That's going a ways back, but probably.
To
To be honest, though, when it comes to the Scotts, I always preferred his brother, Tony Scott.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of Tony Scott's movies. I was devastated the day he took his own life. Absolutely devastated.
Yeah, no, you were. I mean, I liked him. Like, I don't know. It's just.
But you know, when you put the catalogues together,
Yeah.
and you look at the movies they've made, for me, it's like Tony Scott reaches a level, and then he stays on that level. He only dips once or twice in his career. Like, a couple of movies that are a little bit ropey, but because it's Tony Scott, I let him off. But Ridley, he's up and down and up and down and up and down and up, and I don't think he's been consistent ever.
So, we've got. So, Kingdom of Heaven was 2005. I forgot he did Hannibal, actually.
Did you do Hannibal?
He directed Hannibal.
I didn't like Hannibal anyway.
Hannibal was okay. This is the director bit, isn't it? Fucking bitch.
The Hannibal with Julianne Moore?
Yeah.
It's not for me.
It was okay.
It's not for me.
It was alright.
When did you do Matchstick Men? Because I love that
see.
movie. But again, that's Sam Rockwell doing contractual dancing.
Matchstick Men 2003.
2003.
Kingdom of Heaven 2005. American Gangster 2007. Body of Lies
shit.
2008.
Body of Lies was okay.
I don't think I've actually seen that.
That was okay.
Robin Hood, that was crappy.
With Kevin Costner.
Yeah.
No,
No.
not Kevin Costner. Russell Crowe.
Yeah.
Couldn't decide what accent he
No.
had.
Fucking Exodus, Gods and Kings. Ugh. The Martian 2015.
That was alright.
It was alright.
We liked The Martian.
Yeah, book was better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Untitled Alien Covenant sequel 2019. Never that.
Alien Covenantius.
Exactly.
That was like Prometheus. Pro-Covenant.
More droids.
More droids. Yeah, Ridley can go and fuck himself. I'm gutted.
Yeah.
I'm gutted that Neil Blomkamp though. I mean, but he seems to be doing these little indie projects.
Yeah,
right
he
now,
is. I
like
mean,
these web series
like,
kind of things.
but at the end of the day, though, people were excited about that Alien 5 movie that he was going to be doing.
Oh well, when they
And-
leaked that image, it was
Yeah,
like,
of Ripley and
Hicks.
yep. Yeah, it was like, fuck yes, give us this movie. And then fucking Ridley Scott decided, no, I'm doing Covenant. Or no,
Yeah.
Prometheus. And then he was going to do Alien 5. Fucking Covenant, ick.
Alien 5. And it wasn't even an alien movie, and he keeps on saying it's going to be more droids. We're going to do the AI thing, and it's like, why bother doing the AI thing when you have to connect at some point? These movies have to connect to Alien at some point. So why go down the robot route when you need to connect it to the xenomorphs? Like, what are you doing? Because if you keep going down that road, you're going to go too far, and then nobody's going to be bothered. Nobody's going to give a fuck.
Exactly.
And then continuity's fucked, and Ridley Scott's an ass.
Well, it's going to... Well, if he does that and makes, like, 3 more Covenant movies about fucking robots that are, like you say, supposed to lead into the first Alien movie,
That's where
it's
they're
going
supposed
to be...
to go.
People are going to be, again, if you watch it in chronological order, people are going to be like, oh, where did all the robots go then?
Yeah.
You know...
It's stupid. It's fucking stupid. I mean, I'm kind of done with the Alien. I'm done with
fuck
the
that.
Alien.
After Covenant, I'm not watching another
Covenant
one.
was terrible.
I was so desperate for that to be good.
So was that.
Yeah, we'll
And-
get that. We'll get back to Covenant later
and
on.
and
Spoilers.
the trailers that they showed, it looked great because the trailer showed aliens.
Well, the trailers lied to us.
The trailers was like, look at all these aliens we got, and then you watch the movie, and you're like, so the trailers was it. That's a bit poo.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Will we talk about what we've been watching?
is that the news done?
That's the news done.
I'll play a cheeky little promo, and then we'll go into what have we been watching.
I'm Jason.
I'm Jeff.
And I'm Blake from the History of Bad Ideas. And we'll get back to your regularly scheduled program here in just a second, geek listeners. But we do a weekly podcast called The History of Bad Ideas.
Yeah, well, we'll discuss things like television or movies or music or games or any other thing that falls into our geek-related podcast knowledge.
You can find us on Geek Life Radio, Fridays, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central, or Radio-Blitz, Saturday, 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central, or you can listen to us whenever the hell you want on iTunes and Stitcher.
Check us out. Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
So what have you watching, Chris?
Well, did you watch anything decent over Christmas?
Over Christmas, not really.
No?
No, more the New Year. What did you watch over
More
Christmas?
than New Year. What did you watch over New Year?
I've watched a couple of films. So come on.
Doctor Who Christmas
I'll let
Special
you
was good.
why did I not know that's where you were going with that?
I've not even got that on my list. I just
Have you
thought
not?
about it just now. It was really good.
What
to be
happened?
fair.
Did you regenerate?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Was he a girl?
Yeah.
Is he a girl or is he a man with girl's boobs?
With a girl's boobs.
Or is he a girl with a man's willy?
That's all kinds of crying game fucked up.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think she's going to be good?
I think she's going to be good. Yeah.
Is are the Who fans going to take to her?
Oh no.
No?
They're, yeah, I think there was a review of it on, I think it was the Digital Spy page on Facebook, And there's all these repulsive fucks who are going
Really?
on, like, she had one line.
One.
When she Capaldi regenerates and it's her, Jodie Whittaker, and she looks in the mirror and sees that she's a woman. She goes, "Oh, brilliant!" And that's it. That's it. That's her line. That's it. But that's how it always is when they're with regeneration. So that's all they've got to go on. But there's all these fucking cunts on the Facebooks and all that who are just vile.
Yeah. You're always going to get it, though. You're always going to get it.
Yeah.
Nobody likes change. It's like if they ever make James Bond a woman, you know fine well there's going to be fucking hell on. But who gave a shit about James Bond? Who actually cares about James Bond now? Like,
no. Well,
do you think James Bond has a die-hard following nowadays?
I'm sure they've got, you know, the movies have got their die-hard followings, but
it won't be like it was in the 90s.
No, not.
Or the you know, the 70s, 80s, 90s. There was a huge James Bond following, like, with all these people. I would say that ended with Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah.
Like, Casino Royale came out.
I mean, they're popular films.
Yeah.
But
they do well.
I mean, like, Skyfall in the UK was it the highest grossing UK film ever?
Was it?
Or something like that.
It's shit, though.
It's not shit, you're shit.
It is shit. Second worst theme tune ever. It is.
After Sam Smith.
Only beaten by Sam Smith.
Yeah, fuck him.
He wrote that in an afternoon.
Yeah, that's
silly
terrible.
Prick.
Terrible.
Silly prick. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I don't think James Bond has the following it used to. Like, at one time, it was quintessentially British. Now, it might as well be an American movie for me.
Yeah.
It just doesn't feel British anymore. And as much as they try to ram London down our throat in these movies, to me, it just doesn't feel quintessentially British anymore.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
So, yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah, I did like the Doctor Who special. You know what else was good? Mrs. Brown's Boys special.
Fuck off. You arsehole. I didn't watch it because they're all tax dodging bastards.
Oh, is that why you didn't watch it?
No, I just don't like it.
I like it. Fuck off. I don't know why. I don't know why. I enjoy it. I just do. I just like it.
Lindsay's dad did say it was today, in fact. I sat around at the house and he goes, "Did you watch Mrs. Brown's Boys over the Christmas?" And I sat out, did I fuck? And I was just like, "Why do you watch that show?" And he's gone, "I like it." He's like, "Genuinely, I like it." He says, "I get a laugh out of it." I was like, "You know what it is? It's like Friends. I don't like Friends. I hate Friends, in fact.
Mm.
I think it's a terrible show. It's terribly written. It's terribly acted. It's a terrible show. I don't know how it went on for 10 years. But when it's on, I find myself laughing at some bits. Not all of it, but I find myself laughing at some bits. Mrs. Brown's Boys is like that. It's really terribly acted. It's poorly written. It's not funny, but every now and then I find myself having a laugh.
Yeah.
Aye. It's usually when they're having a pop at the gays or something. Like,
there's plenty of them. But like, there was one moment in the Christmas special where, like, obviously it's actually in front of a live studio audience, and they have a moment where one of the characters is like, she's complaining about something, and then Mrs. Brown goes, "Well, I don't know, but most of the audience think you're a bitch." I thought it was funny.
Nah.
Fuck you. Anyway, so
should have been a reference about a tax dodging or something.
You know, it's a bloke.
Because they're all tax dodging bastards.
It's a bloke, though.
They are, though. They're all on the Gary Barlow bus and they're all tax dodgers.
Well,
dodge taxes.
If you're making, whatever amounts of money in that, and somebody said to you, "Oh, I've got an idea that will mean you don't have to pay as much tax," you really tell me you wouldn't go, "Fuck yeah"?
Well, yeah, I would, but I wouldn't get caught doing it.
Oh, right.
Because I'm cleverer.
Mm-hmm. So you are.
Right, so...
I have finally got round to watching it.
Yay!
All the way through and everything.
Awesome.
Mm.
And?
I really enjoyed it.
Even though it's clowns.
It didn't do anything to help my fear of clowns, but I really, really fucking enjoyed it.
He's a funny clown. He's a funny clown.
Yeah, okay then.
Did you ever watch the original, the TV series?
Yeah,
like
that's
the
why I'm scared of clowns.
two-parter?
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
Yeah.
So how... This is an interesting one. How do you think it fares up... Probably a long time since you watched that, but how does
I've only seen that once.
Just
because I'm
once.
scared of clowns because of Tim Curry.
But how does this fare up against that from what you remember?
Better from what I remember,
Yeah.
but I can't remember shit all about it. So,
Yeah.
no, I really, really enjoyed it. I know you've spoken about it on the show before, so I'm not going to spend much time. But the
Yeah.
guy who plays the Pennywise is amazing. The kids are
Skarsgård.
amazing. The bit where the bully fella, the mullet fuck,
Aye.
looks over the river and he sees him in the bushes.
He's got
and
the hand.
He's got the hand. That's fucking great.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. There's a lot of scenes in that movie that, like, you just don't see it coming, and then when it
Yeah.
does, you're just sitting there going, hee.
Yeah, so it's actually, I enjoy it so much that I'm actually considering buying the Blu-ray.
Good man.
Because they're releasing an extended director's cut.
Yeah, it's out, like, next week.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Right, well, I'm actually considering buying it.
I'm definitely going to buy it because apparently in the extended cut you get like an origins of Pennywise. You get like a 5-minute sort of like
In the movie or
It-
separately?
it's going to be put back into the movie, but they said, I'm sure the director came out and said that it was just too much.
Right.
Like
Right.
what we did
Oh,
was too
yeah,
much.
I saw a headline about it. It was like, there's some really fucked up shit in it. Yeah.
So I'm looking
yeah.
forward to that.
Yeah, you know what I actually think? I don't own a hell of a lot of horror movies.
No.
Not really. So yeah, I am thinking of buying it. I really,
definitely.
really enjoyed it.
And do you know who the guy was that played Pennywise? Do you know who he's related to?
Yeah.
He's related to Eric Northman from True Blood.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
like a whole family of them. The Skarsgård.
Well, his dad's in Thor.
Yes,
Mhm.
exactly. That is his dad, Bill. Is it Bill? Or is he Bill? I don't know. Skarsgård. They are pretty much becoming the New Yorkettes, so...
Or the
that's,
new Hemsworths.
Or the new There's a lot of Hemsworths.
There's a lot,
yeah. Or the Baldwins.
Fuck them.
All the Baldwins are dead! What else you got?
Yeah, so next one. I saw a film called American Assassin.
Oh, yes. Yes, with Dylan O'Brien.
That's the one.
Yeah.
And I couldn't remember his fucking name. And Michael Keaton.
And Michael
It's
Keaton, yeah.
damn good.
Yeah, I watched the trailers. I like
Yeah.
the look of the trailers, but it seemed like one that, when I watched the trailers, I was like, this is all the best parts.
I never watched the trailers.
Right.
But yeah, so it opens up with Dylan O'Brien is on holiday with his fiancée, like a sort of nice beach and all that
Yeah.
kind of shit, and he proposes to her, and it's all nice and romantic and everything. Then, do you remember I think maybe last year or the year before, there was the beach shootings?
Yeah.
And that's how it opens up. So
Right,
he
yeah.
sees his now fiancée being shot through the heart.
Ooh.
And he
She
gets
dead?
shot in that. Yeah, she did.
Oh.
And so he gets shot as well, so he can't help her and all that kind of thing. She dies. And so that's the opening of the film. And then so it kind of things in that he is training himself up to go and kill the bastards who killed his girlfriend. But then it goes into another story with Michael Keaton and that, where they're training him to become an assassin. Really, really good.
Yeah, I might pass on that one.
Nah, I think you should watch it.
I might give it a watch some point.
I think you should watch it now.
I'm not going to watch it now. I'm podcasting.
You're podcasting.
Yeah, I'm podcasting, don't you know? I'm going to go up next, and I'm going to start with a movie that I was given the chance to watch. We have both said numerous occasions that we wouldn't watch this, even given the chance, but I decided to do so. I'm not going to say too much about it because we have a very good friend of the show who wants to talk about it with us at some point. I watched Blade Runner 2049. Yeah.
And
I'm happy to say that we were right. It's not a great movie. Visually, absolutely stunning. Can't take that away from the movie. But it does kind of sort of a little bit totally feel like they were just trying to make it look beautiful, and it didn't really matter what else happened. It's 2 hours and 43 minutes long.
fuck that, like.
I felt every minute of it.
Yeah.
Gosling is really good in this film. He's excellent in this film, in fact. But it's full of 1,000-yard stares. You know, when like they're looking past the camera into my soul, into the viewer's soul. You know, and there's a lot of that, like looking off into the distance, looking off at something that I as a viewer can't see. So why the fuck should I give a shit? Very, very convoluted, but so was the original.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what? I was speaking to someone the other day, and they asked me, like, I was talking about the movie, and they were saying to me, do you think that when this one's been out, as long as the original has been out, it's like a good 20, 30, 40 years now. It's like 30 years or something.
Maybe 30.
Yeah. And they were saying, do you think it'll hold up as well as the first one does? I personally don't think the first one holds up. And I'm not.
No, I've not watched it in years, but
I'm not talking about like story, plot, or acting or anything like that. I'm talking about. I just think the movie looks shit.
it's very dated.
Like, I don't think it looks good at all.
I think I bought, God knows, maybe 3-4 years ago. I bought one of the final versions of it.
Oh,
on
one
Blu-ray.
of them.
Yeah,
There's a good 12 of them.
Yeah, it was the final version ever, Mark 1.
Yeah.
And then the next year was Mark 2.
2.5.
So, yep. So I bought it on Blu-ray then. I only watched the Blu-ray once.
Yeah.
Because, same thing. I just think the movie looks like shite and it's overrated. So overrated.
I mean, the thing about the first one is that the music, the score, the soundtrack is beautiful. But they kept fucking about with it because Ridley just can't help himself. He just cannot help himself. He's like Turkey Neck with the fucking with A New Hope and all that. He has to keep messing about with it. But like the lad was saying to us at work, he's kind of like, "Do you think this one will hold up?" And I'm like, "Don't get me wrong. 20, 30 years, people will be looking at this movie and going, "Oh my god, that looks fucking stunning," because it looks stunning. But when you go past that, for me, it's on a par with the original, which, as everybody knows that I've spoken about, it's pants. It's just pants. Yeah. Batista's fantastic, but he's only in it for 5 minutes.
So like Spectre then.
Yeah. He has more lines than he had in Spectre.
Oh, that's good. It's not difficult. It's not difficult. I think his only line was shit.
But yeah, Blade Runner 2049. I mean, watch it if you want to watch it. Even if it's just to give yourself an eyegasm on pure visuals, that's fine. But I don't think you're going to get much past that. And I know I'm going to get shat on because there's a lot of people out there who are like, "Oh my god, Blade Runner 2049, it's so cool." Just for me, it's not. And I'll talk about it more at length when we get Mark on, and we'll talk to Mark about it because I think he's going to blow his load all over this movie, and I'm going to be there to burst his bubble.
You horrible bastard.
Yeah. And Jared Leto might as well not be in it.
I forgot that he was in it.
Yeah, he's in it, but he's not doing anything. And Harrison Ford is actually we give Harrison Ford a lot of shit because he couldn't give a fuck about anything he does. Since Return of the Jedi to A New Hope, he's not giving a shit. Not A New Hope. Force Awakens. He's not really giving a shit. He's just phoned in his career all those years. Came back to Force Awakens, and it looked like he was running about and he was enjoying himself and he was doing something he loved. This movie, I don't think he's phoning it in. I think he's just generally a crotchety old fuck now.
Yeah.
I
don't think he phoned in Force Awakens.
I don't think he did. Like, that's what I mean. Like, he gave a shit about the Force Awakens, and I think this movie he's given a shit, but it's like, you're paying me, so I'm going to do it. Yeah. Gosling, excellent. Better than La La Land. Like, his role in this is better than his role in La La Land.
Okay.
Which isn't hard, because La La Land is a piece of shit.
Yeah, I ain't watching that. I saw it thinking on Netflix. I thought for like a microsecond, will I put it on? No. No.
You would have got about 5 minutes in and be like, "Nah, I'm done."
Yeah.
Nah,
not for me.
What else do you got?
Okay. I saw The Disaster Artist.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I fucking loved it.
I know you did. You were texting me saying you loved it. It's not a patch on the room though.
Well, no, but it's about the making of the room. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
supposed to be.
It's good. It's good. Yeah.
I want to see the room in cinemas. In the
Yeah.
cinema.
See, that's the only part of the Disaster Artist that I wasn't really into when they were watching it in the cinema.
Yeah.
Like, I was loving it at the start when they're kind of like, so what's the story? And like, so who's he to her? What's his relationship with them two? When they were doing all that, that was cool, because that's pretty much the conversation I was having when I was watching it for the first time. Like, what's going on?
Mhm.
And
then they were all pissing themselves laughing.
then they all started like laughing uproariously, and I just kind of like,
Although it is Americans.
yeah, it is Americans,
Yeah.
and they hoop and holler at everything. So.
Yeah. What was I watching? Oh, it was a stand-up. It was Jim Jeffries,
Yeah.
who I'm seeing like in 3 weeks' time live.
Mhm.
Exciting. And his first Netflix special, Bear,
Mhm.
is like in front of an American crowd, and they're just woo and all that all over the place. It's so obnoxious. Fucking hell.
See, us Brits, when we go to a stand-up show, we laugh, but it's on the inside. Comedians know that they're shit in Britain if we're laughing out loud.
Yeah.
Because us Brits, we don't do that. Because we're classy motherfuckers. We sit there and go,
And it's like, okay, that's plenty. if you laugh out loud at a comedy show in the UK, you get told to shush. It's like,
by everyone in the room, what are you doing? and it's
bad form.
oh, fellow, but it is quite a polite shush.
Yeah.
It's more like,
Yeah.
would you please? Shh. It's more just like, shh. You know, but that's us Brits.
If you think it's the second time you get a chance to a duel.
Handbags at dawn.
Yeah, but Disaster Artist. I fucking loved it. Absolutely loved
good.
it.
It is good.
James Franco is amazing, and it's been a while since I've said that.
He is, and it has. Yeah, it's been a
That
while.
he nailed that character.
Did you watch the credits?
Yes, I did.
And when they had the two things,
Yeah.
it was only at that point, because I'm the same as you. I thought he's nailing this. He's absolutely, like you said, the laugh, like he was nailing it. But when they showed them side by side at the end, I was kind of like, he maybe wasn't as good as I thought he was.
Yeah,
Because Tommy Wiseau's a hard one to do.
yeah,
like.
yeah.
But he did for the most part. He did, and I love that they kept all the. They didn't try and answer the questions, like where's he from and how old is he, and where does his money come from. I love that they didn't actually, like any other sort of biographical movie or something like that, would try and answer those questions. They didn't. They were
It's
like,
like, don't ask me about me. I don't talk about me. Yeah.
no, don't talk about me. I don't. Like it was nice that they left that.
Yeah, yeah.
And a whole bunch of cameos all over the place. Yeah, Josh Hutcherson.
Yeah,
Playing Denny. You had
It took me a
Zach.
second, that one.
It did.
To
It
realise
did.
who it was, aye.
It took me even longer to figure out who was playing the drug dealer.
Fucking Zac Efron.
Zac
Yeah.
the fuck Efron.
Yeah.
It wasn't until they were sat in the cinema and he saw himself on the screen doing, woo! I was like, Zac Efron! I was like, oh, how did I not see
But
that?
even at the start, you've got bloody not Joss Whedon, J.J. Abrams, fucking, and
J.J. Abrams.
Danny McBride.
Bryan Cranston turns up
Aye.
halfway through
Yep.
the film.
Yep.
And obviously Greg Sestero played a little part. He was one of the talent agents, who's the real guy.
Right, I did not realise that.
And then if you watched to the end of the credits, did you watch it right to the end?
Where James Franco and
Tommy
Wiseau
Wiseau,
meet, yeah,
which was awesome, which was an awesome little scene. But yeah, I mean, it was a good film. It just really made me want to watch The Room
yeah, same,
because I was sitting there thinking The Room is a better movie,
yeah.
which is
Said no one ever.
exactly. How often is anybody ever going to sit there and say The Room is better than this?
But yeah, it was. I just had a really good time watching it. It was just sort of nice to not have things blowing up and all that. It was just a cool little comedy. And as I said, it's been a while since I've been able to say James Franco was amazing, because I think he's been slipping lately. And
I think the thing with James Franco, and I'll tell you what I think it is. I think he's just doing too much. Like there was a point in his career where, yes, he was doing all these movies with Seth Rogen and all that, and they were like his payday movies basically. Like they're gonna pay me just to fuck about with my mates and all that. But at the same time, he was doing like 127 hours. He was doing Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
You know, he was doing all these movies that he got to act and use his chops and that. But over the last 4, 5, 6 years, I think he's doing everything.
Yeah.
He's doing that TV series, The Juice,
yeah.
which he's quite good in.
What was it called?
The Juice. The Juice.
The Juice.
But like, he just seems to be doing a bit of everything. I've seen 3 James Franco movies this year, and I can't remember the last time that, you know, I could say I'd seen that many of a certain actor in that year. Like, unless they're, you know, Van Damme.
Well, yeah, I mean, sometimes that happens, though. Or like, you know, like that happens with... Didn't that happen with Leo a few years ago?
Yeah, Leo did that, yeah.
The year that Django came out, he was in quite a few things.
But let's be honest, it's Leo.
Yeah, no. I know.
Franco's no Leo.
Yeah, no.
He's won as many Oscars as him, but he's not a Leo.
Franco won an Oscar?
I think he 127 hours. Did you not pick it up for that?
I didn't know that.
I'll have to double check that.
I'll take your word for it.
I might be wrong on that.
You're right until proven wrong.
But, yeah, I just feel like he's doing too much, and it would be nice if he dialed it back a little bit. And
it would be nice if he dialed it back with the making movies with your buddies.
Yeah.
You're not Adam Sandler.
The whole Rogan thing is getting a bit...
Yeah.
Yeah, and I kind of thought that Rogan was taking himself away from that. You know, like he started writing the TV show Preacher and all that, and he wrote that Future Man that I watched that I really liked. And I thought Rogan was kind of like, right, I'm going to go off and do some writing and directing now, and they can all crack on. But it looks like he's sticking in with it, and that's fine. If you've got a team of people you're good working with, by all means work with them, but make sure it's consistently good.
Yeah. Meh. Yeah, I mean, I've not watched half of the ones that they've done.
Yeah.
I watched the End of the Worldy one.
This is the end.
That one.
Yeah.
Say that one. I never saw the one, the interview. I never watched that.
It was crap.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, that's the last film I'll talk about.
Well,
so if you've got any more movies to talk about, on you go.
I got one more. That is a film, and then I got like a documentary that I watched.
Ooh.
But Bright on Netflix.
Yeah, I watched about 10 minutes of it.
I fucking loved it.
Yeah.
You didn't? Did you not get on with it?
Not really.
Is it Will Smith being Will Smith?
It's Bad Boys with Orcs.
It's Bad Boys with Orcs. Yeah.
I will say, Joel Kinnaman was great. And
Joel Edgerton.
What did I say?
Joel Kinnaman.
Isn't that the same thing?
Well, yeah, it is the same thing, but no, he's Joel Edgerton.
Oh, is that Uncle Owen Lars?
Yes. Yeah, Owen Lars is Joel Edgerton.
Right.
Joel Kinnaman is Rick Flag in Suicide Squad.
And which was in this?
Joel Edgerton,
right,
Owen
okay.
Lars.
So, okay, right, so bygones. Joel Edgerton was good.
Joel Kinnaman was the one in House of Cards.
Right.
Or was that Jai Courtney? The three of them,
like...
the three of them just mesh together because they're so fucking generic, and neither of them can act. But yeah,
Joel Edgerton was the one that did The Warrior with Tom Hardy.
Yes, that's
okay,
him.
Right,
that's him.
He was good.
He's great.
From what I saw, the bits in the car, I saw as far as they were on the way to the police station or something.
Yeah.
And he was like doing, I know that face, it means you're lonely or something like that. And he goes,
He's like
Will
that.
Smith went like, show me the face of somebody who's just going to shut the fuck up all the way to the police station.
Yeah.
Do that face. That was good. I like that. Yeah, meh.
It's. I understand because a lot of people are giving it shit. A lot of people are loving it, which is good. But a lot of people are also giving it shit, which I completely understand because there's not a great deal of storyline to it. Like it's literally. Well, I'm saying there's not a great deal of storyline. There's a massive deal of storyline, but it's like it's led to fuck. So it's like you have the generic storyline of these two cops that are together. One of them wants to be part of the team, the other one doesn't want him. Like Will Smith does not want the orc in his car.
Isn't he like the first Klingon in the Federation or something like that?
Something like that. Yeah, he's like the first orc in the yeah. And so they have that whole little thing that they don't want to be together. Everybody in the fucking department doesn't want the orc in the department. It comes to like they go out together and they go on a nightly raid, and they find a place where these fairies have been fucking destroyed. Not fairies, elves have been destroyed. So this elf turns up with a wand, and the wand is like the most powerful thing in this world. So they want the police wrong-uns. Ike Barinholtz, by the way, who's in Suicide Squad as well. He's fucking great in this movie. Not in it long enough. Not in it nearly long enough. They decide that they're going to kill the orc, take the wand, and they want Will Smith to help them. So
Right.
Will Smith's all like, me, I'm Will Smith, me. So he goes out to talk to the orc. And then it ends up that Will Smith kills all the other cops because he believes the orc to be a good guy, and he's not that much of an asshole that he's going to kill him for a wand.
Okay.
So he kills the rest of them. And the rest of the movie is they've got the wand. They need to get it to like a safe place and get this elf that they've got, get her to a safe place. All the while, the elves are after them, the orcs are after them, the gangbangers are after them, and the police are after them. So it's that kind of film.
Okay.
And that's a threadbare plot.
But I read that there was it's been commissioned for a sequel, isn't it?
Yeah. Well
But I read that there was a shitload of world building.
that's what I
Yeah,
mean. Like,
yeah.
when I was texting you, the reason I was loving this film, and I mean, I was enjoying it on like on a cosmetic level. Like, I'm sat there and I'm like, I'm really enjoying this. The dialogue's really good, ropey as fucking moments, like cheesy as fuck, hammy as fuck. It's Will Smith. What are you gonna do? He delivers great lines terribly, so that's Will Smith, you know. But like, there's so much world building going on. You get so much backstory in scenes that don't feel like exposition, but they are clearly exposition to say, right, this thing happened 2,000 years ago. We're going to tell you about it. We're going to tell you a couple of times, but you're not really going to know that you're getting it thrown in your face.
That's okay.
You get like a whole scene when they're on the way to the police station that they drive through like Elf Town, and it's basically Beverly Hills. They've even got the Beverly Hills sign with like Elvish writing on it. And they drive through, and he's like, this is where the elves live, we can't drive through here, we're not on their level, like this is where the rich folk live and all that. They drive through, you see Elf Town, like this amazing metropolis of like a part of the city, just fucking gorgeous. You never go back there again. Like, it's this 2-minute scene where they drive through, and they're like, even the chauffeurs are snobs, but the chauffeurs are orcs. And he's like, even they're snobs and all that, and you never see that again. You see elves, but you never see that part of the world again. And I'm like, I want to see more of that. I want to see what's going on there, because that'll be corrupt as fuck. I want to see what's going on in Elf Town, you know? You get like the orc gangs, you get the proper gangbangers who don't like the orcs. So much world building, so much going on that I'm just like, I want more. Like, I want to see what's happening over here, what's happening over there. I loved it.
Fair play.
And for me, that was the level it hit me at.
Yeah. It's good that they're doing something different, a different kind of movie, and you know, it's good to see Will Smith doing that kind of different kind of movie. I just, like I say, I just couldn't. Nah.
I know, and I've seen a lot of people say that, and I completely understand it. Like, I don't know, maybe if I had been in a completely different mood, like I wanted to watch a really good movie, maybe I wouldn't have enjoyed it that much.
Yeah.
But I was in the mood for, like, I don't know, it's not often I turn a Will Smith movie on willingly, to be honest. But I was in the mood for a good bit of, like, David Ayer sort of doing what he does. Like, I'm a big David Ayer fan. Even Suicide Squad. I do like Suicide Squad.
Ugh.
This stinks of Suicide Squad in certain moments. Like, dialogue-wise, it stinks of Suicide Squad. And you're just kind of like, fuck off.
No stupid Egyptian princesses, no.
No.
That's fine.
Elves. The elves are badass.
I'm good with the elves.
The elves are completely badass.
Did they make a Legolas reference?
No, but
I'm not watching it.
I did see somebody who wrote a review of Bright, and it started 2,000 years after the events of Return of the King.
Fuck off.
And I was sat there like, that's brilliant, because that could actually work. But like, there was people writing in the
Is that a thing?
No,
Oh.
there was people writing in the comments underneath, is this Lord of the Rings canon? and then there was people writing underneath them saying, "You are a thick bastard." But
it's people like that you want to write the Brian Potter line. Have you ever kissed a girl, son? You know.
But I think people should watch Bright. I'm really happy that they've commissioned a sequel. I'd love to see more of it, and I personally think the next one will be way better than this one. I think this is a good entry point.
Yeah, I might go back to it. In fact, I'll have to be in the mood though.
Oh, yeah, I would completely agree with that.
Yeah.
You kind of do, but it's just like, it's just a nice, simple story, but there's so much going on in the background, and that's what hit me. Like when I was watching it, that's what kept hitting me. Like there's so much happening that we don't know about that I want to know about.
Yeah,
and for me, that's a good entry point.
Yeah, fair play.
So what else you got?
Yeah, that's the only movies. Have you got any more movies?
I've got a documentary, but that's not a movie, so.
Okay, all right. I have also got a documentary.
Ooh.
Will we talk about documentaries first?
Go on then, let's do documentaries.
All right, so the documentary series,
Ooh.
it is on Netflix. It's called The Toys That Made Us.
Yeah, I see this on Netflix. I see this on Netflix.
It's 4 episodes. Episode 1 is Star Wars. It's basically how, this line of toys came to be, what happened in the background, and all that kind of thing while they were being made.
Like that guy was on Cinci.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so the first episode was Star Wars. I watched that one. The next one was Barbie. I didn't watch that.
Yeah.
Next one was He-Man, which was nostalgic as fuck. And then the last one was G.I. Joe. I never had G.I. Joe because we're British.
Yeah.
It's really good. It's really interesting, especially the Star Wars one, because Kenner is actually based in Cinci.
Well, yeah, that was the guy that we saw.
I didn't realise he was.
Yeah, he worked for Kenner.
Yeah, but I didn't realise the company itself was actually.
Oh right,
based
actually based in Cinci, right?
But it was really interesting, and they had because George Lucas was pitching the idea of Star Wars to Mattel and all that kind of thing, and most of them, apart from Kenner, were like, "Fuck off, mate." What the hell are you going on about? And so nobody wanted to touch him. Pardon me. Nobody. I think I've just deleted my fucking list of what I've been watching. Shit. Oh no, there it is. Nobody wanted to go anywhere near him because it was unknown. And he was like, okay, so it's about laser swords and and all that kind of thing. And but Kenner said, okay, we'll do it. But I think they got it was 95% of the profit because nobody else would touch him.
Tidy.
And the only thing that they had to do, pardon me, was they had to make $10,000 for Lucasfilm per year.
Right.
And as long as they had that, they had them all over a barrel.
Fucking hell.
And when it came to making Empire Strikes Back, George Lucas was like, I hate this deal. But they were stuck in the deal until things happen, and all that, and then I think it was Mattel became involved with it. But yeah, it was really fucking interesting.
It would be that would be pretty cool.
The He-Man one as well, because He-Man came about because He-Man is Mattel.
Yeah.
And the Star Wars thing kicked off big time after Star Wars came out, obviously. And it would have been Empire Strikes Back by that point. So everybody, all the kids, all the boys were going out. They wanted Star Wars and only Star Wars. And Mattel were like, fucking hell. It's like the publisher who turned down Harry Potter. So they said, we need our own. We need our own Star Wars. We need our own line that's going to compete with Star Wars. And so they started kicking about ideas, and eventually they came up with He-Man.
What's that got to do with Star Wars? How does that?
No, it was just a line that boys, sort of 10-year-old boys would want to buy instead of buying Star Wars.
Yeah,
that's what they wanted. And so originally that there was going to be a comic book with everyone. And then that was to get to the second biggest toy store in America,
right?
Which I forget what it was called. And then they went to meet with Toys R Us, and then they said, "Well, kids most kids who are buying these are 5 years old, 6 years old. They don't know how to read yet.
Yeah, I
So
suppose.
what they're going to do with a comic book? And then they went, oh, did we not tell you we're developing a cartoon for Saturday mornings? And that's how the cartoon came about.
Right.
Really, really, really interesting.
You just got to fake it till you make it.
So yeah, I would recommend you give that a watch, if only for the Star Wars one.
I keep moving past it, but yeah, I might give that a go.
Yeah.
I might give that a go. Yeah.
On you go.
So my documentary was called A Grey State, and it's all about. I'm gonna fuck this up because I can't actually remember what the guy's name was now. It doesn't matter anyway. It's a documentary about a movie that was being made. It was years in the making. This director, and it was all about government sort of involvement in the public and all that. Really interesting documentary. How these people were gonna like take down the regime and all that, but the movie was all about like in years to come the citizens weren't going to have all these rights anymore, and it was going to be a grey state, and they were going to take everything from us. Big Brother's watching us, like really kind of paranoia type bollocks, saying and basically the whole thing was based around this young lad who'd just come out of the army, very disillusioned because he's obviously been off to Afghanistan and all that, and he decided he was going to make this film. And he made a 2.5-minute trailer, basically showing all the ill shit that's going to be happening in this film, like fucking governments coming down and ripping people out of their homes and fucking shooting them on the streets and all this. And this was what he predicted was going to be the world, in the next 15, 20 years. And it's the movie, the documentary is going on about like this and showing what this guy was trying to do and the people he was getting involved with, the groups he was getting involved with. But then halfway through, it completely flips because you find out that the guy had he'd been murdered, the director had been murdered, his wife had been murdered,
Shit.
and his daughter had been murdered. So the documentary kind of becomes about the theory that the government was like involved in this because they didn't like what he was doing. But then you get led down the path that it's the guy just went a little bit fucking mental. Like, well, not mental, but he started believing what he was writing. I wish I could remember the guy's name. He had a proper plain name as well, though. But
Brian.
Brian.
Go with Brian.
Brian Smith. So he ended up. You get to the sort of the documentary. You're trying to figure out, did the government have something to do with it? Because it was shady as fuck, and the stuff he was into was like proper dodge. And he was making this massive epic movie that he had all these people. He crowdfunded it at one point. He made the trailer to get the crowdfunding. So all these people want to see this movie. They want to get it made. But obviously it's never going to happen now because the guy's fucking killed himself. But it comes down to like, did he kill his wife and kid? Or did the government have something to do with it? And you're kind of led down that path. It's a really, really interesting documentary. I would love to actually see the movie get made.
Yeah.
Because
wow.
it looked pretty fucking surreal. Like, sort of like Natural Born Killers type shit. Sort of like, when they were predicting that this is what the media is going to do to us. Like, that's what Natural Born Killers basically is. Mm-hmm. It's like, this movie's like, this is what the government are doing behind closed doors. I'd love to see it. It's called A Grey State, the documentary. You kind of have to make your own mind up, which is good. I like a documentary that does that, sort of like Making of a Murderer and all that. I like that you get to make your own mind up at the end of it, although they try and ram down your throat that he's fucking innocent. But this is a good documentary, and I think everybody should watch it. It's on Netflix. It's called A Grey State. It's a bit of an eye-opener.
I'll look for that. Yeah.
The only problem I had with it was that they had Alex Jones, the guy, the propaganda guy, like, he's the gun nut, like, he believes in America and, like, having their guns, and he's all about, he's Alex Jones, he's like fucking, he's a bit of a tit, really. He's a massive tit, in fact. He's the guy that argues with Piers Morgan every 2 minutes when he was on American TV. He has a few scenes in the movie where he's like talking, and I think he just takes away the credence of anything. It's just he's an arse.
Because as soon as you see him, you're thinking, shut the fuck up.
As soon as you see him, you think of Nigel Farage.
Oh.
And you're like, I'm not listening to a word you say.
Yeah, never that.
Fucking tit.
Never that.
Or Russell Brand. So yeah, what else you got?
Black Mirror season 4.
Yeah, you said you said you were binging.
I watched the whole thing in one day. It was one of those things I could not stop watching it. It was just great.
Black Mirror's like that.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Have you watched any of it?
No, I've not watched any yet. I've kind of got too much I'm trying to catch up on, so I'll get round to Black Mirror though. I do want to watch it.
Fucking brilliant. I mean, normally you get a weaker episode, you know, but I think every episode had its own thing. I did say to you at one point, I think it was episode 2. I said, why is it all American?
Yeah,
but it isn't.
No,
it's not like that.
Okay.
I was just jumping the gun and having a knee-jerk reaction. If you can imagine me doing that.
That's not like you whatsoever.
Oh, nope. But yeah, you had Joe Cole, and I think it was episode 4.
I like Joe Cole.
Yeah, he was great. I mean, some cast in it now. You know, some of the people they're getting in these.
Well, they've always been getting good people.
They have. Just I think it's becoming a thing. Like you know, fuck yes, I'll do Black Mirror.
It's the cool thing to do.
Yeah, fuck yes. But episode 3 is dark. Really fucking dark. It's there's like a theme, sort of like a mind control type theme going throughout the entire series.
Right.
Not like every single episode, but it's like an ongoing thing.
Yeah.
But and so I think it's episode 3 is like it's like a woman who works for an insurance company,
right?
And they investigate insurance claims by like thinking witnesses to the accident or whatever.
Right.
So it's about a guy that gets knocked over by like a pizza truck. Because they've got automated pizza trucks, which, fuck yes, make that happen.
McDonald's next, please.
No, Pizza Hut, Domino's. And so there's a guy knocked over, and like she's investigating it, and they do it by like thinking a thing into the side of your head,
right?
So they can actually see your memories, of the incident,
right?
And but there's something that comes up on one of the witnesses that makes it get dark. I'm not telling you fuck all else other than that. It's great.
Is it bum rape?
It is bum rape.
Sweet. Shh. I'm going to watch that tonight.
I didn't want to tell you that because I knew you just jizzing your pants right now. Black Mirror's fucking great, man.
It's always good. It's always a good series.
I could not stop watching it.
Yeah, you did say that you were binging it, and I was like, well, there's not only like 4 episodes.
No, I think it's 6 or 7. I think.
Right. Yeah, I'll get around to Black Mirror. I will. I'll be honest with you. The last couple of weeks has been it's been a slow couple of weeks for TV and movies. I've had a hard time trying to watch things, and a lot of the time when I do start watching something, I turn it off.
Yeah.
And I've been trying to catch up with some of the reviews for the website, which is just like, I've had massive writer's block when it comes to reviews.
Yeah, you did say that.
I managed to get one out. I managed to like do one review. I can't even remember what the movie was now, but I managed to get one out.
Fine.
I was happy with it.
It's just still Christmas and that, isn't it?
It was a movie called Driving While Black, which was all right. It was good. Yeah. So you got anything else?
So I have one more.
Go for it.
To talk about. It's another one that I binged like a bastard. Not in one day though. It's Manhunt Unabomber.
Yeah, I watched this also.
Yeah,
it's a fantastic show.
It is.
Very.
That's
good
another
show.
Netflix original as well. Addictive as fuck.
It is, and much like you said about James Franco before. When was the last time Sam Worthington was this good?
Yeah. Definitely, and Paul Bettany as well, man.
Paul Bettany was brilliant.
Sinister fucker.
Almost unrecognisable at the start.
Yeah.
Like, he was fantastic, but for me, it was just Sam Worthington putting in a phenomenal role, and I'm kind of like, I can't remember the last time I got to say that.
Nah.
Certainly wasn't fucking Avatar.
Is it him or Joel Kinnaman? I can never remember.
Or Jai Courtney.
Yeah,
I love that show as well. I was a really big fan of that show. Much like yourself, not in one day, but I binged it like 3 episodes at a time. I was hooked on that. Everybody was good in it. The core cast were fantastic. It was a really good show, and it's a story I didn't know anything about.
I'd heard the name, but I didn't know shit all about what happened.
I'd seen references in other movies about the Unabomber who sends bombs by post. I'd seen references to that, but I'd never actually seen anything that dealt with it. So it was good, and I'm hoping, because you know how it's like Manhunt and then calling the Unabomber.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that's going to be a thing, like that they're going to do those
like
shows.
An ongoing thing, aye.
You know, like Underbelly, the TV show I used to love.
Yeah.
From Australia, where it was like Underbelly, and then it was a different decade, different gangsters, different storylines. Because you had that scene, I can't remember what episode it was in, but you had the scene where Jane Lynch sat at the table, and she had all those folders on her table. It was like the World Trade, there was Afghanistan, there was all these different folders with different, like attacks and stuff like that had happened. And I was like, that could be a good idea. If she's like the character that brings all these series together, that would be a good idea.
Yeah.
I'd be up for that. Hopefully they will, because that series was brilliant. And again, Netflix smashed it.
Definitely.
Absolutely smashed it.
Definitely.
So you got anything else?
That's the only TV show. That's the only other TV show I've got.
Awesome. You got anything you've been reading or playing or?
I went back to Uncharted 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Started it last year. Yeah, obviously. And I took a break from it when that Horizon Zero Dawn came out.
Yeah.
So I went back to that, and yeah, really good.
Good.
That was like my mission for when I was on holiday for work for Christmas.
Play that.
Yeah.
Mine was I didn't have a mission.
No.
Mine was getting you Gerb, and I did it.
Well, yeah.
So there you go.
There you go.
So we're going to move on?
Yeah.
Let's get 0%ers out of the way,
Right,
because
yeah.
I get the feeling that's going to be a short section.
Yeah. Yeah.
Quick little promo, trailer, and 0%ers is coming up next.
Robert Diggs.
Pleasure's all mine, Ambassador. Project Sophia, sure, I remember. A counter-terrorism program defunct now.
Black Ops. Turns out that this vigilante terminated the target of the highest priority for us.
Assalamu alaikum.
It seems that the ramifications of this are very big, politically, globally. We need to get a handle on this, Robert. You're the man for it.
2012's Assassins Bullet, starring the likes of Christian Slater, Donald Sutherland, Timothy Spall, and some bird that I'd never seen or heard of.
Nope.
The last movie we watched was Saving Christmas. Saving Christmas. Saving Christmas would have been a better title for that movie. Kirk Cameron's movie. We both decided that was a 1,000,000% 0%er. So we decided to follow up with the Christian Slater movie because...
No, you didn't give that 0%.
Oh, Saving Christmas? No, I didn't know. No, because I gave it like a 0.5. Because there was something to it.
Fucking was not.
So we decided to follow that up with a Christian Slater movie because when did Christian Slater ever make a bad movie? And you got Donald Sutherland and Timothy Spall in there. We both like Timothy
what could
Spall.
possibly go wrong?
A lecherous Timothy Spall,
Yeah.
but let's get into it. Assassins Bullet. So like the basic storyline of this movie is Christian Slater is redundant in this film. His character is absolutely fucking pointless. I have no idea why he's even in it.
To get lap dances, apparently.
To get lap dances. So the weak plot, the weakest form of this plot is that his wife and kid had just died. So he was now living in Bulgaria. Timothy Spall comes to him with a job. Donald Sutherland comes to him with a job.
Timothy Spall's like a fucked up psychologist or something.
I didn't really get what Timothy Spall's character in this was either. He gets given a job and he basically meets this lap dancer who has a split personality, which is so unbelievably fucking retarded. Oh, this film's bad.
Yeah,
this film
is bad.
is bad.
It is bad.
basically, she's like a secret assassin. He's trying to find out who she is. Meanwhile, falling in love with a stripper. Meanwhile, Timothy Spall is the shrink to all three. Well, one of the ladies. Later on, two of the ladies. But he's doing some sort of MK Ultra wank to her. Donald Sutherland is the big bad, by the way. Spoilers, he's the big bad. We find that out near the end. Does some pretty cool magic tricks, though, with the coins.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was...
He does a really good JFK monologue, as you pointed out.
Yeah.
Which was literally the first thing I also thought. I'm not as big a JFK fan as you are, but in that scene when they started walking through the park, I'm like, okay, so they're just doing JFK here.
Yeah. And he starts talking about Black Ops, and I was like, well, I want to watch JFK now.
Why am I still watching
this?
this?
Well, it took me a little while to find it on... I was looking on Netflix, and fucking, as you saw on the photo that I put on the Facebooks.
Yeah.
That's fucked up, by the way.
Well, the funny thing is, as I've told you before, I do that and I get Hindi movies. I get Bollywood stuff.
But why would you... you type in Assassin's Bullet and you get fucking Little Mermaid.
Well, it's just what you've been watching.
I've not been watching Little Mermaid.
They recommend things that you're used to watching, so they gave you The Little Mermaid, some Lego princesses. I mean, I'm not going to judge you. I'm not judging you.
I would trust that you wouldn't. So I just wanted to watch fucking JFK, but yeah, and also right. This is if you're talking to... I'm not saying anything about Timothy Spall as a person. I'm sure he's perfectly nice. But if someone who looks like Timothy Spall is your therapist and he comes at you with a fucking blindfold and goes, trust me, no.
No, that's definitely rape culture.
Yeah.
Like that's going on.
You're getting fucked.
Yeah, aye, both ways. But I mean, what the fuck is Timothy Spall doing in this movie?
I don't know.
This
extension?
Extension, hopefully. There's a patio. It's got to be something, because I could not understand for the life of me why Timothy Spall's in this movie.
Maybe they just said, well, you'll be spending a lot of time in a belly dancing club.
Possibly. Make a change, I suppose.
So, the fucking belly dancing club, man.
They go to the belly dancing club 3 times in this movie, and all 3 times those scenes go on way too long.
Mate, the last time in the rear, I went upstairs for a shave, and it's still going on. When I came back downstairs from having a shave, the fucking scene was still going on.
You came downstairs and your beard had grown back, and it's still going on. The leading lady is horrendous.
Yeah,
she plays 3 parts.
Yeah, I saw.
And was that supposed to be a surprise? Were you not supposed to know that? Because I clocked that.
So was the stripper and the teacher the same person?
And the assassin.
Right. Meh.
So you missed that.
I didn't really care.
Because you had that scene near the end where Timothy Spall, because while he's a therapist, he's also a really good fucking artist.
I was really not... I'd completely checked out by that point. I was fucking playing tug of war with Dexter.
While he's got these women in his chair with the blindfolds on, where he's clearly not going to rape them, he's also drawing pictures of them. He's drawing sketches of them, and then later on in the movie, he's got all 3 sketches of all 3 women on his table, and he goes, "Split personality disorder. It's perfect." Like that. That's the level of like writing in this movie. It's fucking horrendous. Like,
wouldn't you, like, if you were Timothy Spall? I mean, he's a good actor.
Yeah, he's an amazing actor.
Wouldn't you be, have a look in the mirror?
Yeah.
And go, you're better than this.
I was in Harry Potter.
Exactly.
Now I'm in this.
I was in fucking A Vida Sin Pet.
Exactly. I was in the Full Monty. Now I'm watching some...
Full Monty?
Yeah. Now I'm in some strip club with a fucking dirty bastard belly dancer.
Oh, and he's... the character's going on about, the female form is lovely, isn't it? And it's like the elasticity.
We'll go with that one.
We'll go with that one. And I was like, that's fucking disgusting.
And there's a great bit, and I'm a big fan of Christian Slater. I always have been.
Yeah.
Even Christian Slater's pants movies, I'm a big fan. But the first scene in which the belly dancer comes up to him and she's giving him the Scarlett Johansson fuck me eyes, and she's like fully like, oh my god, you know, and she's like shaking everything in front of him. He literally looks like he's coming in his pants at one point.
Well, he does. There's like, but why? Why? Like, okay, so at one point they cut away to an assassin's scene.
Yeah.
And then they cut to Christian Slater and Timothy Spall sat back in the club, having a muckle glass of wine, watching this woman. It's like, if you get up off your fucking arse and do your job...
That's the thing. He's there to catch someone, and he does nothing to catch that person. This film, like, I honestly believe this film could have existed without Christian Slater.
Easily. Do you think that it was, like, just there to boost the belly dancing economy or something?
I have no idea. I think somebody came to them and says, right, we're making a movie. It's going to be in Bulgaria, so you know you've got 2 or 3 weeks away. We're filming most of it in a belly dancing club. And Christian Slater, you just don't really have to do anything. Just do something. Just sit there, talk about CIA stuff, and then that'll be it.
So it's basically like. Also, like that spacey one I did where I was sat behind the desk the entire time.
Yeah. Okay. In this one, he just sits behind a table, a belly dancing table.
Looking like fucking like a dribbling Egypt.
Honestly, though, there is literally a scene where he's sitting there and he starts like...
And then there's a bit where Timothy Spall's going, well, why don't you ask her out for a date or something? Yeah. And he goes, I don't even know if I'm her type. Yeah, you're her type, mate. For fuck's sake, you're Christian Slater.
You've got money and you've just spunked in your pants watching her. You're her type. So there you go.
I think he was doing like the stripper thing, like, oh, maybe I can save her. Fuck's sake.
So, is this a 0%er?
Oh, absolutely. It's
absolutely.
A 0%er.
1,000,000,000,000,000%. I couldn't find anything good about this film.
No.
Even like there's a little fight sequence near the end between Christian Slater and the assassin, and even then I'm just sat there like, oh,
who could possibly care?
This film is dumb. And I think by the end of it, he still doesn't actually know that all 3 of them are the same woman.
No,
I think he does. Christian Slater is as oblivious as us.
Isn't he doing like a Michael Caine? He sat having a cup of tea or something in the cafe.
And I looked across the cafe,
and she's like looking down at him on the phone or something
through sniper telescope.
And they've got like the Tetris music in the background.
Oh, nah. And sometimes I just wish you're not there. Honestly, man, it's
wow.
This is I would actually say this is the worst movie we've done.
Yeah.
For this section.
It's this last couple of Saving Christmas, as you know, I didn't particularly enjoy, but this is up there with it.
A lot of people did like your rant, though.
Did they really?
Yeah, you're against the religiouses.
I'm against religion, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no, I mean, I didn't know that.
Well, I do disguise it very well.
You do, and then listen after when I edited the last episode and I listened back to it, I was like, I think he may have a little bit of a problem.
You think so?
I might have to seek outside assistance to let me know what they think.
And so what did you do?
Because he's hiding it. Well, I started getting messages saying, yeah, Chris hates religion. So I'm like, okay, that settles that.
What other you sent me a screenshot of the one from
Neil Johnson. Yeah, he sent one saying that he loved the Christian rant.
Keep up the Christ hate. Okay.
I think that's got to be a hashtag.
That's a new spin-off show, if anything.
Oh, 365 does Christ hate. We'll just watch movies about religion and just slam them. Unless they're good.
I'm not doing that.
No?
Well, technically, Kingdom of Heaven is a religious movie.
Well, we'll watch that then.
I like that movie.
Oh, right. We'll not watch that then.
I can watch religious stuff, you know. I do watch religious stuff, like on the Discovery Channel and that. Most of the time I'm thinking, if they tell you it's about religion.
Yeah.
Remember I told you that one that was about dinosaurs?
Yeah.
And they were all of a sudden, halfway through the documentary, they started saying, oh, this doesn't match up with fucking like Jesus and all that. It's like, oh, fuck you. Fuck you. Oh, hell no.
Right.
Yeah.
So we were planning on maybe taking a little bit of a break.
Yeah, I need to break a little bit.
We were kicking that idea around. However, 2011. I'm sorry, but we're doing one more.
Okay.
However, I'm doing a twist on this one.
Oh my Christ.
Because we need to watch this for the next episode, which, as you know, is episode 100. So we are going to watch a 2011 movie that scored 100%.
100%?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're going from what is considered the worst movies on Rotten Tomatoes to what is considered one of the best movies on Rotten Tomatoes.
I'll be the judge of that.
This has 100% from the critics. It's a British movie. It's directed by Dexter Fletcher.
Ooh,
of
okay.
the press gang. The movie's called Wild Bill.
As in Hickok?
No, this is called Wild Bill. Would you like to know some of the cast?
Would I ever?
Oh, wow, that was very enthusiastic. I'm somewhat. I don't know if this is going to live up to your expectations now.
So we're calling it 100%ers now.
No, just for this one, because it's episode 100, so I thought, why not mix it up a little bit and do 100%er. So the critics have scored at 100%. In this movie, we have got Charlie Creed Miles, who was in Peaky Blinders. He was in the first series of Peaky Blinders. He was the guy that was against Thomas Shelby.
Okay.
Will Poulter, who we both like.
Yep.
Sean Pertwee, who we both like.
Yep.
And Andy Serkis is in this movie as well. In an
I've never heard of it.
In an actual non-mocap role.
Damn.
So strap your boots on because you're going to see his fucking face.
Well, cheeky taster for Black Panther.
Yeah, exactly. I remember this movie coming out. Didn't watch it at the time. I kind of wish I had a little bit because apparently it's really good. You got Jason Fleming in there as well. You got Ramsay Bolton's in there.
Sweet.
A little bit of Mark Warren from the Hustle back in the days. And, of course, Jason Fleming, who's like the cream of the British crop, basically.
Exactly.
Written and directed by Dexter Fletcher. Jason Fleming's going to be in there.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Best mates.
I'm in.
So this scored 100% by the critics, 82% on the audience. Wild Bill.
Okay, I'll make you a deal. We'll do this one. Episode after Waterworld.
Did Waterworld score 100%?
No, I just want to watch Waterworld.
Alright, so are we doing a revisited after this then?
Yeah, considering we put out a poll for the revisited.
And we never did it.
And we never did it.
Yeah, but we do that a lot.
Yeah, but people voted on that. I think we owe it to them.
Yeah, but we do that a lot.
Yeah.
We tell people we're going to do things. I mean, look at Blackadder.
Something else shiny. Ooh, look at that.
Fuck you. So, yeah, episode 100 coming up next, and it is going to be 100% movie Wild Bill. It's nice that a Brit movie got it.
Yeah, I have never heard of it.
I remember it coming out, I never saw it, and then when I was flicking through, I accidentally pressed movies that got 100% in 2011, and then I saw this, Will Poulter, Andy Serkis, I was like, fuck it, I'm watching that.
I think we paid our dues.
Yeah, we deserve a good one.
Like, what, 4 or 5 months of shows with 0%? I think we've paid our dues. We deserve 100%.
So we're going to do 100%, and we will be the fucking judge of that.
Exactly.
There's no way this can be bad, though. It's British.
Is it 100% good, though?
We will find out. We will find out.
We'll find out.
So that is the 0%ers.
I read your file. You're a very troubled young woman. Believe it or not, I'm here to help you.
You know, when you put your hand out of the window of a moving car, you can feel the air and guide it. I can push the air together, water too, other stuff. Who taught you how to swim?
You.
I can teach you this.
Dude.
Thank you for meeting with us.
Of course. I understand you have some concerns about your son.
Andy and I have always been very close, but we believe he's being bullied. Hey, look who's here.
Yeah, so, well, The Just the Pilot was, as Kev said, the spin-off of the X-Men universe on Fox, The Gifted.
Yeah.
Stephen...
Bill Compton.
Yep.
Yeah. Bill Compton. He's like, I'm an X-Men.
He wasn't an X-Men in this one. Stop it. How do you get on with him?
I love this.
Yeah.
Well, love's a strong word. I could very easily see myself doing the 3-episode challenge. I only watched one. I could see myself doing the 3-episode challenge, and I could probably see myself at least giving this a series.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say the same. The first episode was fine. I like the guy who's like bleeds light.
Yeah,
that was cute.
Mm-hmm.
Stephen is good in it. What is his name? Stephen Meyer.
Stephen Moyer.
Right, okay, bygones.
He's a Brit, though.
I know this. Never ever plays a Brit, though. Arrogant.
No, I have actually seen a movie where he played a Brit, and it wasn't good.
Alright.
It was the Hatton Garden Job or something like that. It had like a load of... remember the thing in London, the Hatton Garden jewellery heist?
Oh, yeah.
Based on that. He was in that, he was British, he was shit.
Ooh, I started watching... this has nothing to do with anything. I started watching a film called Oscar Pistorius' Blade Runner Killer.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a film, a TV film made for Lifetime.
Oh wow.
In America.
Wow.
But it was written by Amber Benson, who played Tara in Buffy.
Okay.
Again, nothing to do with anything.
Just so you watched it because it was Tara from Buffy,
Pretty
or
much.
did you watch it because you wanted to see if he got away?
I wanted to see what happened in the end.
He killed her.
I didn't watch it all the way through because it was bad. It was bad. The South African accents. I don't know if it was filmed in South Africa.
South African.
But I suppose it was Lifetime. It probably would be filmed in America.
In a studio.
But the guy playing Oscar Pistorius is nowhere near pretty enough for a start. The accents were poor.
To be Oscar Pistorius or be in a movie?
But to be Oscar Pistorius.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a pretty boy. So
is he?
Well,
is he?
Of course he is. Yeah.
Or
is that just me?
I don't know. I don't even know what he looks like.
At the fucking the Olympics, I was going, oh, bang, he's tidy.
Wow.
Sure.
He's not going to run away from him. He's just take his legs off.
Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, it takes place on the day of the shooting.
Mm.
And then like the day after, where the police are there, and, like there's a guy who is doing a South African accent.
South African.
He comes up and he goes, so what is? That's not going to work. That's not going to
Go
work.
on. That accent was sounding amazing just from that first syllable. Come on.
No, it's like he's like calling is going. He says a line to him. So what do you think? And he goes like,
was that your David impression?
A little bit. And the guy does the most over the top South African. Oh yeah,
you cheeky bastard.
It was like watching Fargo. Yeah, I watched about half an hour of it, and I thought, oh no,
you know
Tara,
what
what are you doing, man?
Instead of 0%ers, that could be an interesting section.
What?
Lifetime movies. Because they are horrid. Mm-hmm. Tara reads in most of them, though.
Bless her.
I know.
She should just do Sharknado's movies.
Forever, for the rest of her life.
Yeah, that's probably what's going to happen. But yeah, no. I don't know why the hell I started thinking about that.
Yeah, I can't even remember what section we're on now.
No.
Stephen Moyer.
The Gifted.
Yeah.
How did we get from...
I have no idea.
Because my head.
Buffy.
Yeah. Even then. Fucking hell. Yeah, so The Gifted. You enjoyed it.
I'm surprised that wasn't in your what have we been watching section.
No, I can only put things that I've watched all the way through in there.
Okay. The Gifted, I really enjoyed it. I think it's got legs, it's got potential. The cast was really well done. The kids all seemed decent enough. Like nobody was annoying me. Even the kid who was like just learning his powers, he wasn't. Apart from when he and he ripped them apart. Whatever. Stephen Moyer really he'll hold that show together. To be honest,
yeah,
he will because he's
you often
he's a good
find
actor.
that, don't you? With it, when you've got like younger actors, you need a more experienced actor in there. You've also got the woman who played Pete Campbell's wife in Mad Men.
Yes, aye.
I enjoyed it as well. To be honest, I I've got episode 2 on my planner. I'm going to watch it.
Yeah, I think I'm going to watch it again.
The kids were good enough. As you said, none of them were annoying, and I never got away with Legion.
I never even tried it.
I watched the first episode of Legion, and I kind of got to the stage where I had like 12 episodes in my planner or something. And it was like, I'm never going to watch this.
Yeah, I never even tried it.
Yeah. I will go back to it. I will definitely go back to it.
Good.
Would you like to know the next one?
Go on then.
Okay. Well, this starts this coming Saturday night.
Oh, God.
On BBC.
I'm not watching Doctor Who.
It's not Doctor Who. It's on BBC One. It's at like 9:30 on Saturday night. It's called Hard Sun.
Yeah, I was going to watch this.
Yeah.
Yeah, this looks pretty good.
It does look quite good.
It looks pretty badass.
Yeah.
It's the creators of Luther, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah.
Right. I'm happy. I'm happy with that. Yeah, it looks all like post-apocalyptic and stuff and things, and yeah.
Yeah, I was going to give this a go, so that's a good one. I was definitely going to have a go at this one.
We haven't done a BBC show, I don't think, before, have we?
No, just, Channel 4 is his show.
That was Channel 4, not BBC.
Yeah. I don't think we have done a BBC show. No.
So, Hard Sun.
Hard Sun.
Hard Sun.
So what we're going on to next?
Let's do some lists, will we?
Yeah, we love a list.
Do we go positive or do we go negative?
I say start with the negatives.
Okay.
Greetings from Tromaville. I'm Lloyd Kaufman, president of Troma Entertainment and creator of The Toxic Avenger. You know, folks, when the Troma team and I are not making those great movies like Tromeo and Juliet and Terra Firma and Return to Nukem High, a.k.a. Volume 2, the Troma team and I like to kick back and inhale the most educational and entertaining podcast in the world, Poop Culture.
Hello, I'm Toxie. Toxie, I love poop culture. Poop culture is the best. I like poop culture. In fact, I even look like some poop right now. If you look closely, it's kind of a poop.
But I'm 70 years old and I want to blow my fucking brains out. So, honestly, I don't even know why I care.
1, 2, 3, 4. Poop culture,
Yeah, so we're going to like the... Before we get into the list, though, because I took the time to get some things here, so we're going to go through them.
I see.
This is obviously going to be like our top 5 movies of the year. It's going to be our bottom 3 movies of the year. We'll just do all the lists together. And it's going to be our top 3 TV shows of the year. But it's been a year in cinema, because I've got notes.
Ooh.
We've had a quite an eclectic top 10. This is the top 10 of movies in the box office. Would you like to have a guess and see if you can figure some of them out?
Top 10 of the year?
Yeah, top 10 of 2017. This is the box office as it stands in Takens.
Do I just have to guess, like, what is in there?
Yeah, just try and guess a couple of movies that
Wonder
you think
Woman.
will be in. Wonder Woman's in there.
Spidey.
Number 9.
Number 9?
Yeah. Spidey is number 5.
Damn. What else is coming this year? Fucking Justice League?
No.
Good. Star Wars?
Star Wars is in there. Number 3.
Let's think. What the hell else?
Which just shows you, because that's number 3. Most of these movies have been out for a good 5 or 6 months.
Yeah. War for the Planet of the Apes?
Nope.
No? Oh, hell.
They never tend to do quite well, though.
No, that's true. That's true. Let me see. I'm going to check on my top 5. See what.
Guaranteed none of these will be in the top 5.
Dunkirk?
Nope.
Dunkirk's not in there.
You're giving away your top 5.
No, I'm just looking and seeing.
I'm just looking to see what's in my top 5, but they might not be what I'm going to choose.
I'm not going to say any one of them.
Right, number 1 movie, box office movie of the year is Beauty and the Beast.
Oh.
Yeah, with a whopping 1.2 billion.
Sicilian.
Sicilian. Number 2 is The Fate of the Furious.
Fuck that.
I know, right? 3 Star Wars, 4 Despicable Me 3. I can't believe they're still churning.
Yeah, I would
those out.
never in a million years have gotten that one.
5 Spider-Man, 6 Wolf Warrior 2, which is a Chinese movie.
In the UK?
Yeah, this is like worldwide box office.
Oh, worldwide box office. Okay, right.
Wolf Warrior 2. Guardians of the Galaxy is at number 7. Guardians 2 even. Thor Fraggle Rock is number 8. Wonder Woman and Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pirates of the Caribbean made the list.
Yeah.
Oh, bless them.
And you know what's great about that movie? Well, not great because I hate them, but 6 of those movies are Disney. 6 of the top 10.
How can you possibly hate Disney?
I don't hate Disney, but...
You said you did.
So, the Marvel Cinematic Universe became the first film franchise to gross more than $11 billion with the release of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. With subsequent release of Spider-Man Homecoming, it became the first film franchise to gross more than $12 billion. And with the release of Thor Ragnarok, the MCU became the first film franchise to gross more than $13 billion.
Wow, so they're just going to keep on doing this.
Yeah. It also became the first film franchise to release 3 movies in 1 year that made over $800 million worldwide.
Fucking hell.
I know, right?
Aye.
So MCU is fucking kicking ass.
And sure, right before that, The Last Jedi has passed 800 million worldwide.
Is it? Cool.
You don't mean that, do you?
Nah. It's shit. It's fucking terrible movie.
So I can guess what's going to be on one of your lists anyway.
Actually, maybe not.
Well, shit.
Maybe not, but we'll see. So let's start with the, what did we say? Start with the negatives, bottom 3.
Yeah, bottom 3.
They're the interesting ones.
Okay.
So what is your number 3 of bottom 3 movies?
My number 3 is Alien Covenant.
Yep.
You got that on your list?
Yep.
Yep.
I'll put it at number 3 just for ease.
Yeah, absolutely fucking atrocious movie. Fuck you, Ridley Scott.
Yeah.
I hate saying that.
I know. You know what it is? There was a time he was one of those directors that you could trust.
Yeah,
if
he was bringing out another film, you go, hell yes, I'll see that.
It's like, you know what? I maybe didn't enjoy his last movie, but I'm gonna go and see this one.
Now people are mostly going, maybe I didn't enjoy his last movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll put Alien Covenant at number 3 as well, 100%. It's not a good movie. In fact, it's a really, really bad movie.
Yeah, agreed.
They just stay away from the robots, man. What the fuck? It's an alien movie. It is an alien movie. Show me some aliens.
Exactly. We were told there was going to be aliens in your fucking trailer.
Don't tell me I didn't see them in the trailer.
It happened.
So, I'll go second, seeing as you stole my number 3. Well, you didn't, as for ease. My number 2 is a movie that I don't necessarily think it was one of the worst movies of the year, but it was one of my most disappointing movies of the year. It was a remake of a movie that I absolutely love, an animation TV series that I absolutely love, Death Note.
Yeah.
It just wasn't great. It was enjoyable, but it was completely disappointing.
Yeah, you were raving like a bastard about this when it was coming out.
Yeah,
and I decided to watch it also. But yeah, fuck that.
It was terrible. I couldn't wait for that to come out because I love the animation. I love the Japanese live action movies. This was just they should not have done this. Sometimes Americanizing things isn't the best way forward.
Yeah.
And they completely missed the point of both main characters. Like I could give it a break if it was just one of them, but they missed the point of both of them. They made L out to be a fucking idiot because he's like this super genius detective. They made him out to be a complete and utter retard.
Mm-hmm.
And Light Yagami, like in the originals, you kind of understood why he was doing things. It was a power trip for him. Like he wanted to be God. He wanted to play God. He had the ability to kill people at will. But in the American one, it's like, you know what? We need to make him sympathetic, so we're going to say that he's doing it because some guy killed his mum. And it's like, no, that is not the point.
Yeah.
That's not the point of the original thing. The original thing, he was just an egotistical fuck.
Yeah. It's like, it's the Joker. I'm doing it because I want to fucking do it.
Yeah, he had his reasons in the original, but it wasn't because somebody killed his mum.
Yeah.
So
the X factor in it, basically.
Basically, aye. And Death Note was hugely disappointing, so that's my number 2.
Okay. My number 2 is a complete piece of shit. It stars Casey Affleck. And it is A Ghost Story.
Never heard of that.
Yeah, don't watch it.
Never heard of that.
I talked about it on the podcast already.
All right.
Yeah, well, thank you.
I don't really listen to you, to be fair.
Well, what?
As you can tell.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's about the guy who he lives with his girlfriend or wife or whatever, and then he's knocked over or he has a car accident and dies. He wakes up in a long white sheet.
Yeah, aye.
And then he's in the house. He's stuck in the house for the entirety of the movie.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that one.
And it's just awful.
It sounds it.
Boring. It's artsy fartsy as fuck. It's pretentious. There's I had a rant about it when I reviewed it, but there's a scene with a dose of bloody millennials and that. God damn them. And they're talking about the existential fucking existence of the universe, and we're all but dropping the fuck you.
I've always wanted somebody to say that to me. We're all but a drop in the ocean.
That would be your first ever Stone Cold Stunner or something.
Yeah, I would stunner the fuck out of them.
Yeah. Awful movie. Awful movie. If you're going to call your movie a ghost story, I want some ghosty shit in it. Not just a guy in a fucking shroud.
Right. What's your number one?
My number one, well, it's no surprises. My number one is Justice League.
Yeah.
Utter pish.
Yeah, I'm as far as disappointing movies of this year goes, that is the most disappointing movie.
I was so looking forward to this movie. Well, the title of the episode, our emergency episode, was "Damn You, Warner Brothers."
Yeah.
But, fuck you, Warner Brothers, for this movie.
Yeah, I'll. You know what? Yeah.
And you know what tipped me over the edge with it? After when it, what the fuck is this dog doing? The dog just went. They released it. They could have put it back, but the fucking executives wouldn't have gotten their bonus.
Yeah, I read that as well.
Fuck you, Warner Brothers.
Yeah, I'm 100% with you. I'm going to put that at my number one as well.
What was your
Baywatch?
Really?
I had Baywatch on my list.
I didn't hate it. I really didn't hate it.
I wanted it to be so fucking good, and it upset me. But honestly, my number one of this year, Justice League, 100%. Yeah. I've never walked out of a movie as flat as I felt walking out of that one. I was devastated. And I was like yourself, I wanted to go in and I wanted to love it, and I was prepared to forgive anything. Anything I was prepared to forgive, and then that happened. And what the fuck were they doing? From that opening sequence, the found footage, the camera with the kids.
Yep.
Hey, what's so good about being Superman?
And then he does the Joy Tribbiani smell the fart at him.
Oh, and it's like, what the actual fuck? What have you done to this movie?
Yep.
3/4 of the scenes from the trailers that we loved were not in the movie. It was completely overhauled by Joss Whedon. I don't fucking care. The more I think about this movie, I don't think much of Zack Snyder's movies left.
No, definitely not. Definitely.
I think he's gone through.
Do you think they'll give us the Snyder cut?
Never. We ain't never getting that, because you know what? They were that embarrassed when they brought out the extended cut of BVS, and people started saying, you know what? This is actually a good fucking film. There's a movie here. The theatrical cut is way better. Warner Brothers were that fucking...
Warner Brothers again.
But they were that embarrassed by that shit happening, they won't let that happen again. Because if they release a fucking director's cut of Justice League and everybody turns around and goes, this is amazing, it's like, well, what the fuck are you doing over there?
Yeah.
Who on earth is pulling the strings?
But why are you not bringing out, back to BVS? I mean, that's why I was so fucking desperate to love Justice League, is because the two of us have defended BVS to everyone. To fucking everyone. We've stood up for that movie, and we both still love the fucking movie.
Yeah.
And I was really looking forward to Justice League. And fucking, you go in there and you've got terrible CGI, and you've got a really just piss poor story. Even the moustache could be forgiven if you had a decent story to the movie. There's no reason to bring back Superman from the dead other than it's Superman. We'll just do it.
It's
an awful piece of shit.
It's not good.
I will never ever watch it again. That was actually one of the things that came up on Den of Geek. The digital version of it is available on whatever date. And I was like, you can go fuck yourself.
I will be buying the Blu-ray.
Nope.
No, I'm sorry. I'm a completionist. I've got the rest of them. I will be buying it.
Nah, never that.
I'm gonna have to.
Fuck that.
But it will be a hate buy.
I hate buy.
I will be punching myself in the dick while I buy it.
Well, shit. That's fucked up.
I'll be punching myself in the dick going, "You're a bad boy, Kevin. You're a bad boy. Take my money. Take my money."
doing the Peter Griffin in the mirror when you get, "You're a whore."
Sitting there putting it in the Blu-ray player. "Oh my god, you're an asshole. You're an asshole. I give you AIDS."
Skylar knocks at the door and you go, "Occupado."
Yeah, I will be buying it.
No, good lad. So that was our top 3 worst pieces of shit of 2017. Let's go positive.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Let's do some positives.
Yeah, boy.
You want to do TV or you want to do films?
Let's do TV first. We'll stick with the 3s, eh?
Excellent. So my top 3 is not necessarily new TV shows this year. It's just TV shows that I may have discovered this year.
Well, that's cheating.
All one of them is new. So there you go. So what is your number?
Well,
3?
I've done it properly. All of mine are 2017 shows.
All right,
yeah,
go on.
Yeah.
Well, 2 of mine are.
Okay, so the first one, we actually discovered the show from Just a Pilot. I loved the fuck out of the show. Stephen Moyer again. Shots fired.
Stephen Moyer. How can you not say his name? It's Moyer.
Moyer. It's pretty simple, isn't it?
It's pretty simple,
yeah.
aye.
Shots fired.
Yeah, I had a feeling this would come up.
I absolutely loved it.
Excellent. It was a good show. I never finished it. I think I got about 6 episodes in.
Yeah.
So I couldn't have been far off the end because it wasn't a long one.
10, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've only got a few more to go. I might go back to it.
I loved it.
I know you did.
Yeah.
I know you did. I remember you saying.
All right, I loved it. On you go then.
So my number 3, and I'm going to put this number 3 because, as you say, it's cheating. But I only started watching it this year. The 4th series came out this year.
Okay, I'm going to let you away with this one.
Peaky Blinders.
Yeah, I'll let you away with it.
I binged the absolute hell out of Peaky Blinders. I fucking love that show. It's the best thing I've watched on TV this year.
Yeah.
But as you say, I'm cheating, so...
No, I'm going to let you away with that.
I'll leave it at 3.
No, because they've brought out a new series this year, so it could still be counted as a 2017 show.
It's just a phenomenal show. It's superbly well written. It's set in a... Like, you see, when I watched the very first episode, I did think to myself, when I first started watching, I'm like, this is going to be hard. Like, set in a period that I'm not really that fussed about.
Yeah.
I don't really like that many shows that go back that far and whatnot, even though it's Cillian Murphy. But I'm like, I'm not going to get on with this. I'm going to watch 2 episodes and that's it. And I was hooked from episode 1. I was just absolutely hooked. 3/4 of the way through that episode, I was like, yeah, I'm in. I'm watching this whole thing. The first day I started watching it, I think I watched the whole of the first series. And then it took us a little while, but then I got back to it and I've done the rest.
Yeah.
I got 3 or 4 episodes left.
Well, now we're not getting it till 2019. I might actually go back and watch it from the start.
I think you should, because those things I was talking about in the first couple of series, and you're like, yeah, I've been ages since I watched it, I can't remember that. And I'm sitting there like, you need to rewatch this, because...
Well, I've started watching Game of Thrones from the start with Paul and Lee.
Oh, you've got plenty of time to catch up on that.
Yeah, exactly. And there's a lot of stuff in that.
Yeah.
That in season 1, that it's like, fucking hell, you know, like going, like thinking right up to date kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's there's a lot of that.
Yeah, it's one of the things they do quite well. Yeah, to be honest.
Yeah, so yeah, I probably will do that. Although I have started rewatching Buffy, so
it's not going to
take a while.
Yeah,
plenty of time though. Yeah.
So,
is it me or you?
I'll go next. I'll go next. My number 2 is a TV show we just talked about. Is Manhunt Unabomber. Is that your number 2 as well?
That's my number 2 as well.
I absolutely love that show. It was so well written. It's beautifully done.
Yep.
Nice short series. It's not too long. They get in, they get out, and like I say, Sam Worthington.
Is that the biggest thing for you? It's like, oh my Christ, I actually like Sam Worthington.
It really is, because let's be honest. Sam Worthington came out and he did Avatar. Not a big fan of Avatar, not a big fan of Sam Worthington, but he did that, and then it was like Terminator Salvation, Clash of the Titans, Wrath of the Titans, Texas Killing Fields with Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Quite a good movie.
I feel like I've seen that, yeah.
It's quite a good movie, but it's more for Jeffrey Dean Morgan, to be honest. But he came out with a string of things because he was the new guy. He was going to be the new face of Hollywood. He was going to be in every single fucking movie ever. And we found out he's shit.
Yeah.
We found out he's got about as much charisma as the kid that's going to be playing Han Solo.
I was going to say, except in Warrior, but we've already done that joke. So
yeah, it was Joe Legend. And it just didn't work. He didn't work. He disappeared for a while. The last time I saw him before this was the David Ayer movie Sabotage
with Arnie
and all that, which I loved him in.
Yeah, is that when they're in prison? No,
it's like when the SWAT team kind of guys.
Oh yeah, great. I've actually forgot he was in it.
He was great in that because you
Sam Worthington film
because you don't know it's him.
Yeah,
he's great in it. And then he kind of disappeared for a while, and he comes back with this, and it's like everything's forgiven. It's like he's a great actor. Not great actor, but I can see him doing some good stuff now.
Yeah.
And hopefully he'll continue.
I want to see more of this show.
Definitely. Yeah. And like I say, I hope it's another one of those, we're going to give you this, but it's a different story.
Yeah.
It's Manhunt, but it's a different story.
Yeah, definitely.
And I want to see more of that.
Yeah.
It works for Underbelly. It really works, and it's good. I like when they do stuff like that.
Have you watched it all?
Manhunt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, there was a little moment, because obviously he's a little bit socially inept.
Yeah.
And there's a moment in it where they catch the bomber. And the whole team is like high-fiving him,
like
shaking their hands, and he's right at the back, and it's like that's just fucking great. Yeah.
I know I'm probably making a big meal of it, but he's just seeing him doing a good part is enough for me.
Yeah.
I was just pleased with it.
Fair play. So yeah, my number one is another Netflix show.
Oh.
Yeah. It's Godless.
Oh, right, with Jack O'Connell.
The Western one. Jack O'Connell, Jeff Daniels, and her off of Nurse Jackie. Jersnacki.
That's a good name for a TV show.
Yeah, fuck you if I'd probably.
I'd watch that.
What is her name? Because I can never remember her bloody name.
Fist Bumps Bird,
yeah.
From The Walking Dead, which, by the way, is not in my number, not my number one. It's my number one dropped TV show of this year.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I've got quite a few of them. Cast, right. Merritt Weaver.
Yeah, you never get her name.
No.
Neither do I, though.
It's a complicated name, but she's great.
Yeah.
She's fucking great. And, okay, like I like Jack O'Connell, and everybody likes Jeff Daniels, but as soon as I saw that she was in it, it's like, fuck yes, I'm watching that, and she was great in it.
Everybody says, she got screwed over on Walking Dead. But everybody says, she is a fucking cracking actress.
But then, same thing as oh, fuck. How That Left to Do Discovery.
Yeah, everybody in The Walking Dead. Which, by the way, starts on Monday.
Walking Dead?
Discovery.
Oh. What's her name? Sonequa Martin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Well done. Even after the Peronis, I am pleased for you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I accept this award.
Is this you accepting the floppy, is it?
I've not done that, have I? Bugger. No, I did that on Twitter. Yeah. Anyway, as soon as I saw that she's in it, it was like, fuck yeah, I'm going to watch that. Yeah, she's just fucking great. And she did get screwed over in Walking Dead, and it just shows you another case of somebody who goes into that show and they did nothing with her.
Yeah.
I mean, I already knew her from Nurse Jackie, which is a fucking great show. I know you didn't get all the way through it, did you?
No, first series.
But she is so much better than the fucking Walking Dead.
But it's like that for that show. It's like, unless you're Rick, Carol, Daryl, Michonne, your character isn't going to go anywhere. Like you're just there.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You're a PC cardboard cutout.
Yep. Aye. So
yeah, what's your number one?
My number one is a Hulu show.
Hulu show?
Yeah,
Hulu.
Future Man. This is my favourite show of this year. Obviously, apart from Peaky Blinders, but it's a fantastic comedy. It does time travel really fucking well. Easter eggs and little jokes and nuggets.
I'm gonna have to have a look for this show.
It is hilarious. It's was it 13 episodes, half an hour each episode. You know, I watched it all in a day.
Yeah.
Because it's just so fucking cool. Josh Hutcherson, he's the main lad. He's great in it. But it's more the two future guys. You've got, I can't remember their names, but there's just like, they're not really massive actors. They've not really done much. Like the guy and the woman, they are fantastic in it. They hit every, like the dry comedy, they get it. The slapstick comedy, they get it. Just, they seem to have it down pat. It's an amazing show, and I think if you're a gamer, you love it. If you like your sci-fi movies, you'll love it. It's just a great show.
Yeah.
I'm
going to have a look for it.
13 episodes. Written by Seth Rogen and his teammate Adam Goldberg, one of the two. But they wrote it together, and personally, I've not seen all of Preacher, but I think it's the best thing that Seth Rogen's written. And it's fantastic.
Fair play.
And I hope to God it gets another series. Because I need another series. Just like a post-apocalyptic world where like herpes was the thing that killed man. Like that is just it's not a future I want to live in. But it's like they're the main premise of the story. I've already talked about it on the show before, but the main premise is that this scientist decides that he's going to cure herpes. And through curing herpes, he brings around the end of existence.
Okay.
And this kid is like, he's an avid gamer, and he plays this one game because nobody's ever completed it. Upon completing it, these two people from the future come back because in the future, this game is a training simulation to find the one. So they think he's the one. And then it becomes like travelling back in time, forward in time, sideways in time. It's just brilliant.
Sideways in time.
Yeah, well, they start talking about multiverses towards the end of the season.
Oh my Christ!
I know, it just gets nuts, but it's such a good show. It's totally worth it, and yeah, it's
okay.
great.
I'm tell you what, I'll check that out before the next episode if I
yeah.
remember.
Number 1, Future Man.
Cool.
That just leaves one more list.
Cool. Yeah.
Do you want to do a year in review and then do the top 5 movies of 2017, or do you want to do?
If you want to.
Nah, we'll just do top 5 movies of 2017. Do that first.
Oh shit! I've only got 4.
I'll go first anyway. So, my number 5, because I don't actually have these in order yet.
Shit. Yeah, I fucked this up completely.
Do you want one of mine?
I thought I had 5.
So, my number 5, I am going to go with a Talking Heads movie. It's basically a Talking Head movie. One character, well, 2 characters, but the movie's basically one guy. It is The Wall with Aaron Taylor-Johnson, the one where he gets stuck behind the wall when he's in Afghanistan.
Oh, yeah.
And the sniper's got the beat on him, and they're talking to each other over the radio the whole movie.
I've just thought my number 5.
Okay. So, yeah, The Wall is my number 5. Love the movie. John Cena's in it at the start as well, and he gets shot and then lies there dying for the rest of the film. Aaron Taylor-Johnson, it is amazing the fact that this kid doesn't get as much credit as he does, because I know like he was in
It's 2016, the one I was thinking about. Fuck.
I know he's he played like Kick-Ass, and I know like he played Quicksilver in the Avengers movies and all that, but he doesn't really get the credit he deserves. Whereas in this movie, he's acting just like he's proper acting. Really loved The Wall. So yeah, that's my number 5.
Okay. I'm still struggling. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Okay. Right, number 5. We've already spoken about this. I am going to say The Disaster Artist.
Fuck off.
Yep.
In your top 5 of the year.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, okay, I'll give you it. You're obviously struggling, so I'll let you have it.
Aye, Disaster Artist, that's why I have number 5. I've already spoken about it, no point speaking about it anymore.
Because you've just fucking shoehorned it into your list.
Pretty much.
Right. So, my number 4 is, a woman that, a film, that's ruined that one. My number 4 is Wonder Woman.
Fucking hell. Okay, yeah, Wonder Woman was on my list as well.
I mean, come on, there's not much else. We did an emergency episode after we saw the movie. We both absolutely loved the movie. Patty Jenkins done a fucking fantastic job. for all intents and purposes, it looks like Warner Brothers left her alone to do it.
Yeah. That's not happening again, though, is it?
Which is 100% the way it's meant to be. She did a great job. Gal Gadot's fantastic. Connie Nielsen, like, everybody in that film is just great. It's a fantastic film. So,
yeah.
Wonder Woman. And it's done wonders for women.
Well, there you go.
See what I did there?
You punning son of a bitch.
I said it, I paused, and I still said it. And Chris Pine's fucking great in it, as the damsel in distress.
Exactly.
So, what's your number 4?
Number 4 is a Netflix film.
Ooh.
And yeah, my number 4 has got fucking Adam Sandler in it.
Oh no!
It's the Meyerowitz story.
Oh.
Blimey.
I know, I did that on cue.
Harsh or anything. Yeah, it's fucking great. Though.
I know, you said you loved it. I know you did.
It's just a great film. It's just a great little film where nothing blows up or nothing spectacular happens or anything like that. Dustin Hoffman is great in it. Ben Stiller's great in it. Fucking Emma Thompson is great in it as well. It's just a nice little film.
Come on, you forgot somebody there.
Did I?
You forgot somebody there. Who else is great in it?
Adam Sandler.
Oh, you said that.
Yeah, I know.
You said that. You went there.
I know. It's upsetting.
Oh no. So we invented a section for this podcast based around how shit Adam Sandler is. And this year we did that, or last year we did that, 2017.
Did we?
Yeah, that's basically why the 0%ers came about.
Is it?
In my head.
And is this like a 3 a.m. job?
And now you've put the reason we created I created 0%ers, you've put them in your top 5 of 2017.
There you go.
You've changed.
Yeah, you have.
I thought I knew you.
It's a good little movie, and fuck you.
Yeah, I know you like that one. I'll let you have it.
Thank you. There you go. Number 4.
3.
What?
Wonder Woman was my number 4.
Oh shit! Right.
My number 3, and you're gonna love this. We did a top 5 of the year so far, halfway through the year, and this movie was in it. I think it might actually be my only surviving movie of that top 5.
Okay.
Yeah, my number 3 is Power Rangers.
Fucking hell.
I'm don't judge me. I'm not making excuses for it. I love the Power Rangers. That movie's just come on Netflix this week, and I've watched it twice.
For fuck's sake, really?
I love that movie. There's so much in there. It's so fucking, like, it's led. It's really led. Like, the characters are fantastically played. I read a reviewer that I like as well, and he reviewed this movie, and he was saying, like, the characters were so one-dimensional. None of them really had any sort of arc going on for them, and they just played them. They found the most generic actors they could find to play these characters. Really, really tore into the actors. And I'm sitting there reading this, and I'm thinking, you're so off the mark, because there's so much going on behind the characters. Even the main guy, Jason, I think he's called, who's not supposed to be, he's the leader. So he's not really supposed to go through the arc, you know? Everybody else is supposed to grow, but he's the leader. So yeah, he starts off as a bit of a fuck-up, but he's always going to be the guy that's going to bring everyone together.
Yeah.
He doesn't. Like, he's not that guy. The whole team brings each other together. Like, they all kind of they all have their own shit going on, and they all kind of get together to become the fucking Power Rangers. That's why I love it.
Okay.
Power Rangers number 3.
Layered.
That's my new word. I think I've said it like 12 times tonight.
Layered.
Layered. Is that not like somebody who's like a Scottish fucking king or something? Like the laird of a castle?
That's a laird. I said laird.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
No, that's a laird who owns property, and I said your movie's layered.
Yeah, same thing really, isn't it?
No, one's a laird and the other one's layered.
Come on, arsehole. You've had a drink.
Yeah, I know. So, my number 3 is, I forget, John Wick Chapter 2.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was looking through what came out this year, I had a feeling that'd be on there.
Yeah.
I like John Wick 2. It was a good film. It was a good film.
Took you ages to watch them.
It did, and I think that's why it didn't make my list.
Yeah.
Because it did take me a long time to watch both those movies. But, yeah, I couldn't put it on for that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's a cracking film. Lots of action. Good story. Yeah. Aye. Whatever.
You've had enough, haven't you?
Yep.
So, my number 2 is... Yeah, my number 2 is It.
Okay.
It's a great film. It's a great film. You said it before. Some of my favourite movies of all time are movies like Stand By Me and, like, you know, the coming of age sort of, like, movies of that thing where the kids are all together, they all kind of learn something, they all go through something together. And this movie is the first movie that I've seen in years that really encapsulated that. Like,
definitely.
You get that with the kids, like, they're going through some shit. They're all, like, they're pretty much the loser gang, you know, they've all got their problems and all that, but as a team, they're strong. Like, together, they're strong. And that's the best thing that movie does. Like, I love the scares, I love the jump scares, I love Pennywise, he's great. But the best thing about that movie is the relationship with the kids.
Yeah.
And it's totally not forced. It's kind of like when you watch Stranger Things. I've not watched season 2 of Stranger Things yet, but you kind of get the feeling when you watch that first series that those kids are actually friends. You know? Like, it's not forced. It feels like quite an organic relationship that they have. And that's what I got from it. And that's my favourite thing about that movie.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's Stephen King's writing, isn't it? A lot of it. But the actors, there's nothing taken away from the actors. The kids are fucking great in it. So sometimes you can get a group of kids, like kid actors together, and it's just like you can tell they've all got that mum that's like pushing them. Yeah.
So you're going to be the star of this movie. You're going to be the star.
Fuck those other ones. You're the star.
Fuck River Phoenix.
Yeah.
You're going to be the star.
And if you fuck it up, you're getting beatings.
Yeah. Stuff like that, you know, like, and you know that's kind of going on, and that's why these relationships don't quite work. This one, they all work.
Yeah.
Like, everybody works in this film. So and it was it's a huge fucking surprise for that movie. Because
it's a surprise that I bloody loved it.
Exactly.
Because I fucking hate clowns, but but the clown aspect of it is sort of incidental because the story is so good and the kids are so good and all that. Fair play.
But that's one thing I always thought about the TV series, like the miniseries, like all those years ago. It was Pennywise. Like, how I remember, and I might be remembering it wrong because I haven't watched it in a long time. But for me, it was all about Tim Curry's Pennywise.
Yeah.
That was the main thing. Whereas this one, like you say, it was incidental. He was there, and he kept popping up, but it was the story with the kids. That was the thing. So number 2.
Yeah, okie dokie.
So what's your number 2?
So my number 2, probably no big surprise for you. It's a Marvel film.
Okay.
And I've got his costume tattooed on my arm. Spider-Man.
All right. Is that what that is?
Fuck yourself. better than your back tattoo. Plod says so.
I quite honestly thought this would be your number 1, so I'm quite surprised to see it at your number 2. Makes me wonder what your number 1 is, even though you've already said that a movie I chose is on your list and you haven't said it yet.
Oh, yeah, I changed it.
You changed?
Yeah.
So you couldn't even get 5, but then you changed 1.
Yeah, aye. Well, I got 5 eventually. Piping hot mess. So, yeah, Spider-Man Homecoming. Fucking great. It's the best version of Spider-Man that we've had on screen, I think. A lot of people are saying the same thing.
It's not hard.
Tom Holland is fucking fantastic in it. Michael Keaton is a good bad guy. Probably one of the best MCU bad guys we've had, I would say. Maybe.
I wouldn't go that far.
No? Well, you're wrong. I mean, what else is there to say?
He's very laird.
He is laird.
Yeah.
He's laird.
He's a Scottish laird.
He's laird. Yep. And he likes his burgers.
He does. So come on, right?
Yes, Spider-Man Homecoming.
Spider-Man Homecoming.
Number 2.
Like I say, I honestly thought that was going to be a number 1. I'm surprised to see it at number 2, but that's fine. That's fine. It's your list.
It is.
So my number 1 is a movie that way back at the start of the year I predicted this was going to be my number one movie of this year. I absolutely loved it. I didn't get to see it in the cinema, which I'm absolutely gutted about, but I finally got to see it. War for the Planet of the Apes.
Really?
Yeah.
Right, okay,
Yeah.
okay. I need to see it again, because I was underwhelmed with it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No, I loved it. I loved the scale of it. Like, it felt like an epic third part. Like, but at the same time, there's parts of the movie that feel really grounded and like personal. But for the most part, it felt like this big epic story coming to the end. And when I did watch it, I watched the second one and then the third one together.
Yeah.
Because for some reason, people forget about the first one. And I didn't watch the first one.
It's Batman Begins thing again, isn't it?
Yeah. But I watched number 2 and number 3 together in the same day. And that's the way to watch them.
Yeah.
Like, I'd probably say as well, you need to be watching the first one as well, but 2 and 3 together is like this whole... It's like watching like The Godfather Part 2 all over again. Like, you've got this massive epic story, and it's such a... It's a down ending. You know, spoilers if you haven't seen the movie. It's a bit of a down ending, but it's quite a satisfying ending. Like, I didn't feel cheated.
Oh, I don't remember what happens.
I didn't feel that they didn't know how to end it. I didn't feel anything like that. I was satisfied with the way it went.
Yeah.
I loved the movie. I thought it was great.
Yeah, fair play. I do need to see it again. Yeah, it wasn't in the cinema. That's or someone else. I need to see it again.
And when you campaigned hard last time, when the last movie came out, for Circus to be given the nod, and I was dead against it because I'm not entirely convinced Mocap should be in the best actor kind of conversation, but I watched that third one and I'm like, yeah, Circus
Oh, yeah.
needs
Oh,
best. He needs to be in the conversation for best actor.
Certainly, you know, from things that happened towards the end of the movie,
Yeah,
there's no reason why that man shouldn't be recognised.
he's
for that.
incredible. He's incredible in those movies.
And the emotion and all that is shown up on the screen for the CGI character is emotion that's being delivered by Andy Serkis.
Yeah,
so
100%.
you know, but it'll not happen.
It won't happen because, you know, they're old. The Oscars are old. They're outdated. I still have a lot of love for the Oscars, and I know you don't, but I still have a lot of love for them. I still have a lot of love for the tradition of it all. But these are those things that they need to happen. Like, this mocap conversation needs to be right at the front. It needs to be at the front. Andy Serkis delivered an outstanding performance in War for the Planet of the Apes. And he needs to be there. They need to be talking about it.
Well, I mean, you're always going to have, like, you know, your like, say, your Marvel movies.
Yeah.
You know, your big budget movies that are not there to win Oscars. That's not what they're there for. They're there to... What are you chewing on? They're there to make all the money in the world. And that's what they're there for. Same as Star Wars. But, like, movies like this, where you've got a guy acting his fucking heart out, and... It's just sheer snobbery that will not allow him to be in contendership for it.
Completely agree. Yeah, completely agree with you. So yeah, that's my number one movie of the year, and I'm pleased that I got one right because it's not been a fantastic year for us. Like, I know we've had some good films, but I think a couple of the films that we really wanted to be amazing haven't been. And that was one of those movies that I honestly, coming into 2017, I thought, if I don't enjoy that movie and if that movie's crap, I don't know what's going to happen. Because I love the other two. And I think Matt Reeves, I can't wait to see what he does with Batman. I can't, because...
Is there a date for that?
I don't think there is yet, but...
Is it a piping hot mess, do you think?
Oh, it's going to be. It's Warner Brothers is dicking around.
Yeah.
They're dicking around behind the scenes.
It'll depend on what fucking bloody bonuses are due or whatever.
Exactly, man. Exactly.
Motherfuckers.
But yeah, War for the Planet of the Apes, number one for me.
Yeah, fair play.
Absolutely loved it.
Fair play. Okay.
Film of the year.
Yeah, my number one movie of 2017 is Dunkirk.
Yeah.
Which I think was in my list. I'm pretty sure that and Spidey were in my list. Of most anticipated.
Right. Oh yeah, you raved about Dunkirk. You couldn't wait to see that.
Yeah, I love Dunkirk. I've only seen it twice. Once at the cinema. I got the Blu-ray for my Christmas. Yeah, it's fucking great. I know you didn't get away with it, did you?
I had plenty of sleep during it.
Yeah,
I got some good sleepy time.
How can you possibly sleep with that fucking soundtrack in the background?
By closing my eyes.
Yeah, but it's the most fucking nerve-wracking soundtrack of a movie I've ever fucking experienced.
Well, I wouldn't know because I was asleep. If I had been awake, it might have kept me awake.
Fucking flange. I think it's a fantastic movie. I think that I mean it's got its faults in that. I think that there's a lot of people on social media that have been tearing it apart because they left out certain regiments and all that kind of thing that weren't.
You can't cover it all.
You can't cover it all,
No.
exactly. For fuck's sake, you're making a movie.
Yeah, you can't cover it all.
So it's everybody's fucking got an opinion. That's just, I hate it. But yeah, I think the movie is fucking fantastic. I rewatched it on New Year's Day with my parents who were over for a few drinks on New Year's Day, so I put it on for them. And it's just fucking fantastic.
Yeah,
it really is. The score of that movie, I know it's just Nolan-y, like, you know, and all that kind of thing. But
is there any bwam?
I don't think there are any bwams. But
that is just ridiculous.
Yeah. You're not in. You're not in because
not at all.
There's no bomb.
You should have been fighter pilots going over the top, dropping bombs, and as the bombs was come down, it goes bwam, bwam. That is how Nolan makes movies. Do you think he's going to get a nod?
I hope so. I really don't know.
I think he will.
Yeah.
I think it's a war movie.
Yeah.
And I think they love a war movie.
They do love a war movie. They do.
And
honestly, I think it was done really well. I don't think that, you know, I said at the time after I went to see it that, like, it's Dunkirk. It's a pretty enclosed story.
Yeah.
You know, that, like, the Nazis were doing their fucking blitzkrieg and fucking, you know, the soldiers got trapped on the beach. There was nowhere to go, so they sent fishing boats and all that to go and rescue them. That's the fucking story. So you had to do a little bit of Nolan-iness about it.
Yeah.
But I think the air battles with the Spitfires and all that, everybody loves the Spitfire scene. Come on.
They do.
I mean, that was amazing. It was all practical as well. But I suppose for the most part. But it just looked fucking fantastic. Mark Rylance is great in it. Harry Styles. He held his own.
I said that.
You know?
I said that in between sleeps. I saw a bit of Harry Styles and I thought, fuck me, Harry Styles.
You just woke up and went, oh, Harry Styles, he's good.
I was like, better than Ed Sheeran in Game of Thrones.
Well, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, fantastic movie.
I am going to watch that. I'm going to get it watched all the way through without falling asleep.
Have a shit fucking fuckload. Yeah. I've had Peroni.
A fuckload of cock?
Coffee.
Oh, coffee, right. I thought you said
it just
cock.
didn't come out right.
You said cock there?
Have a fuckload of cock before you watch the movie.
That's just a Friday for me. but yeah, I'm going to watch it. I do want to see it. And personally, from what I saw of the movie, and given that he does it all practical, obviously minus a few things.
There'll be a few things in there.
I think you'll get the nod.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not sure. No, I would go. You'll get the nod for Best Picture and Best Director.
Best Supporting Actor for Harry Styles, you reckon?
We can dream. We can dream. And then next year, Justin Bieber. Why the fuck not?
Well, no. No.
Right, so that's our top fives. That's our lists done. We have one more section, which is where we just get to talk about ourselves for a little bit.
Coming to you live from a dimension where Rick and Morty podcasts are in fact a thing. Brandon and Travis bring you weekly RAM content to wet your whistle and kick your listening pleasure into 12th gear. Check out Interdimensional RSS, the unofficial Rick and Morty podcast, everywhere podcasts are sold.
Well, shit.
Let's talk about the year of 2017 for us.
It's been it was a fucking amazing year for us.
Yeah, we had
my friend,
an
it really
absolute
was.
stormer. Like I say, I've got a little bit of a list of what we kind of got up to. The year kind of kicked off with our New Year show, which was pretty cool. We had guests like Hayes from the Talking Heads episodes. He came on. Imran came on from the Jock and Nerd to wish us a happy New Year. And Jim and Eric of Weird Science, who've not reprised.
I said at the time, we'll have to get you on for an episode, and that's
kind of what happens.
It
that is kind of what happens to us. We are getting Jim and Eric coming back on. They're coming on for one of the Avengers episodes, Captain America, which they chose. They did choose that straight away. Captain America, we'll do that one. Looking forward to speaking to those guys again. Can't wait to speak to them. It was a good start to the year. A nice little.
It was. That was a really good night. And I know, as I said, I hate New Year.
Yeah.
But that was a really cool thing to do.
It was, and I sprung most of them on you.
Yeah.
Hayes came on. It was cool speaking to Hayes again.
Yeah. Well, he started his shite, but it was fine for the most part.
And January of this year was basically Indie Talk became an official thing.
Yeah.
It was we'd done a couple, but they weren't really Indie Talks as such. And then it became its own episode where we split it away from the show. And the very first guest, can you remember who that was?
Gary Dudley?
Nope.
No?
No, he was like part of the episodes.
All right. Right, okay.
The very first official Indie Talk episode. It was Fred Arrowsmith for Kingdom, Fall of Elandriel.
Yeah.
That was cool. And that kicked off the Indie Talk becoming a thing.
Yeah.
Because we made a lot of things a thing this year. In fact, going weekly became a thing this year.
It did for the good, first 5 months of the year? It was pretty much weekly?
Yeah. February, we had Andrea on with his son Roberto to talk about The Shepherd, the graphic novel.
Can't wait for part 2 of that.
Yeah, that's going to be an awesome book. Same month, February, we had Tom Paton came on for his first ever episode to talk Pandorica and Redwood. And I've got to be honest, when I went back and I was looking at that, I thought he was on last year. I was like, no, that didn't happen this year. But no, it did. Like, a fuck ton has happened this year.
Yeah, I know.
I was kind of like, that didn't happen this year. And also in February, we went to see Burton's Bob's One Big Lie, which we ended up doing a special top 5.
That's right.
In honour of Rachel, who is now in your movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how that works. March, we had Cos, who came on to talk about Demon Baby, a.k.a. Wandering Rose, a.k.a. whatever the Chinese are calling it. And Dark Beacon, which we still haven't seen. Cos, where's the screener, mate?
Well, we've got one of the stars of Dark Beacon. I've got the code, by the way. My nose is fucking blocked up.
No, I know.
Dark Beacon. Toby Osborne coming on now in a minute on Indie Talk. So, we'll have the quiet word.
The next big Indie Talk is coming. Keith
That's going to be a good episode, by the way.
That is going to be a great
Toby's
episode.
a good guy.
We had Keith Suffoless the same week, the same month for the Mason Brothers movie, and Dave Hastings' first introduction to 365 for Sustain. April, we had the 2-part review of Sci-Fi Weekender, because we did Sci-Fi Weekender in March, and then we did a 2-part review. We split it up because we had a ton of like Doctor Who interviews. We got to meet Pat Sharp.
Pat Sharp, man.
Calling it now.
That's one of the highlights of the year.
Calling it now. Highlight of the year. Fucking loved meeting Pat Sharp. That was incredible.
That was one of the most surreal moments of my life.
Yeah, it was like, just go on the stage, like he was on the decks at the time. He was doing the music and all that. He's DJing, and they just kind of said, right, in a minute he's going to change the track. Go and see him. No. And it was like, no, seriously, he does it all the time. Yeah, but we fucking don't.
Yeah, and I'm sure he said, and if you want to have a bit of dance on the stage,
yeah,
that's fine. No.
Maybe not. We'll just get a quick cheeky selfie and fuck off to the bar. That was mad. That was insane. I mean, that whole weekend. Let's just talk about Sci-Fi Weekender for a minute. That whole weekend was fucking insane.
It was.
Yeah,
I mean, it was awesome. And it came out of nowhere. We had about 2 weeks' notice. And then we were getting press passes and we were getting put in press accommodation. and we were going to meet Pat Sharp, and everybody else that we met, fucking hell, and we were
Nicholas
going
Brendan. You got to meet Nicholas. I didn't get to meet him.
To meet Nicholas Brendan.
Finally got to meet Tom face to face.
Exactly. Yeah,
I'd been speaking to Tom for months over Facebook and emails, and finally got him on the show. And then all of a sudden, we were going to meet him face to face, which was
going to see the premiere of
yeah,
his film. Like we were going to see. We were as movie nerds going to a fucking film premiere.
Yeah, to see Redwood, which, you know, thank God we enjoyed it. It's a great movie. We got to meet Mike, who Mike had been on previously to talk about Pegasus Bridge, so we finally got to meet him face to face, and just that whole thing. We went and had a couple of beers and did the interview, and it wasn't really an interview; it was a chat.
It was a chat, yeah, of course it was.
A couple of fans.
You know, they're great guys, Tom and Mike. They're fucking fantastic guys. And I mean, hopefully we'll meet them in person again soon.
Yeah, and I've said to Tom the last couple of weeks we've been talking. He's maybe going to give us a little hand with a certain couple of things, and I've been saying to him, you know what, like this year they've been awesome. Like,
oh yeah,
him and his whole crew, they've been awesome to us, and it means a lot. It means a hell of a lot, because this year I feel like, podcasting wise, interview wise, press wise, going to these things, we've learnt a ton this year.
Yeah.
And it's not been an easy ride all the time. It's not been an easy ride, but it's been a damn fun one.
Of course, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's been crazy.
Definitely.
Been fucking crazy. So we had the two-parter of that, and we had the first part was when we spoke to Tom and Mike about Redwood, and then the second part was the Doctor Who interviews, the pop-up cinema guys, which was awesome again. Sam Stone, who basically puts Sci-Fi Weekender together, you know.
Yeah.
She's a big advocate on that. And by the way, I'm changing jobs, so I'm not sure where I'm going to stand for Sci-Fi Weekender this year, but it would be awesome if we could go again.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Don't worry.
We'll work something out.
If we don't make it this year, we'll make it next year.
Yeah, definitely. And in April as well, I got to fulfill a childhood dream. We got to speak to the childlike Empress, which again, on my list. That was fantastic.
See, can I put Nicholas Brendan on my list, because I've got no idea what I said to him?
I think you can, because you met him.
I met him and I shook his hand.
And you slammed on him.
And I told him it was an honour to meet him, and then after that, nothing.
See, you think you said it was an honour to meet him. What you probably said was, I'd love to beef you. That's probably what came out of your mouth.
Will you have sex with me?
Yeah, that interview's not happening.
I don't think it was that. Like,
we're not going to get that interview, no.
That much beer.
That interview's gone. And in May, we finally had the chance to interview Daniel Farrand about the Untold book number 2.
Which is fucking great.
We met him the year before at Newcastle Comic Con, Film and Comic Con. Didn't give me the book for free. I had to pay for it.
Rude.
But it was worth it. June was a good month again. We had to do our very first ever proper emergency episode for Wonder Woman.
That's right.
Good thing we enjoyed it.
Can you class that as an emergency episode?
It was.
Just to say it was like totally awesome and everything.
It was an emergency episode because we wanted people to know we loved it. Charles Chester came on for Boy Zero. From that, we are possibly, looks like we're going to be in a documentary about him.
Yeah, that's right.
Which was fucking weird.
I forgot about that. Bloody hell.
That is weird. I'm definitely buying like 10 copies of that.
Oh.
And in June, we
I did have the torch underneath the desk, like you got to think about
to get you a good size.
You've got to think about lighting, Kev.
In June, we also lost Adam West, which is not a highlight of the year. It's a shit thing, but it happened.
Yeah,
and we were gutted. July, Spider-Man came out, and we did an emergency episode for that. You kind of loved Spider-Man.
I can't remember that.
I think we did.
I don't remember that. Christ.
August, Matt Hookins and Dom Lenoir from Winter's Ridge.
Good guys.
That was your baby. You set that all up. You set a few of these up, in fact. I was going through it, and because I know I kind of chase a lot of things, but I was going through this list, and I'm like, actually, Chris does quite a bit of work behind the scenes.
So can I have 30-70 now?
No.
Oh shit.
No. It's still like 90-10.
It's getting lower all the time. I'm
Well-
sure on Christmas Eve when we were in the pub, I had you like at least 80-20.
Nah.
No? Ah, fuck.
So we had those boys on to talk Winter's Ridge, which I really, really enjoyed having those guys
it's going
on.
to be a must-watch for 2018.
Definitely 100%. But it was also in August that we visited the set of Black
Yes,
Site,
we fucking did.
which, again...
That was another one that was like, this is happening. We're going
Yeah.
to a movie set. We're on a movie set right now.
It's
fucking freezing.
We did the big we did the big drive down to Kidderminster, which was a good drive. Coming back, not so much. But we did a big drive going down there, spent the night in Kidderminster, and then the next day we went along to the set, which was a nuclear fallout bunker, basically.
Yep.
Probably the best set ever for a movie.
Oh, it was cool.
Like, and they played airsoft in there. They kept telling, like, we kept seeing the pellets on the floor, and I'm like, I keep thinking to myself, I'd love to go down there and just paint.
I'll tell you what, on the Facebooks and that, I've actually seen adverts for ghost hunts in there.
Oh, nah.
Oh.
Not a chance. I wouldn't be doing it.
Imagine you got lost.
That would
Fucking, I didn't want to go to the toilet in there in case I got fucking lost.
Well, I went to the toilet when I was coming out. Big Bentley was
That's
fucking
right,
stood
that's
there.
right, yeah,
Shit my
that's
pants. Just stood in the doorway. I was like, whoa! All right, mate.
Fucking, I think on the way back, I think you were out having a coffee,
Mm.
and Danny and I were. Again, thank you to Danny for looking after us that day. But
definitely, 100%.
Danny and I were walking it because that's when he took me into the show me the old offices and that.
Yeah.
Which was cool,
Mm-hmm.
and that's in the movie apparently,
and
I can't wait to see that. But so we're cracking away and all that. And I was like, oh god, I need to pee, and like part of like the part of my brain was going, tell Danny wait for you.
Oh, nah, that's bad.
I didn't say it until just now.
So yeah, and again, Danny in October ended up coming on. We didn't know at the time, like, kept that a secret to himself, and then we realised that he's a filmmaker in his own right. He was working on his movie Micropubs, The New Local, and he came on to talk about that in October. But before that, we had the big set visit, which was totally fucking awesome. We can't thank Tom enough for having us down there. Like, what a guy he's been this year. He's been absolutely phenomenal. Like, and we did some pretty cool interviews that day. We had Phoebe, we had Sam, we had Angela, who I ended up reviewing one of our movies, and she's never stopped talking about it. But I suppose when you call somebody Linda Hamilton, epic size proportions, you'd be happy with that.
Yeah.
Chris Johnson, who's he's coming on the show soon. Mike again, but I have to say, technically, I'm counting. You know when Tom gave us his top 10 movies of the decade, top 5 movies of the last decade, sent us that little clip. I'm counting that as being on the episode. So technically, Tom's in the lead.
Oh,
yeah, it's 4-3.
But then Tom's not signed up for Road to Infinity War yet, is he? So
it's his problem, not mine.
So so Mike's going to be taking over. Well,
no, it'll be 4s each.
Yeah.
So that war will keep going. I think we should make that like a thing. We should make like a grudge thing.
Well, we just like get Mike on again. It's just a double bill one.
Yeah.
And just say, he's fucking 5'4" to you, Tom.
And then in September, I discovered that I can do an absolutely flawless Rob Schneider impression from Jaws.
You've put that on your highlight of the year.
That is a highlight of the year
Fucking
for me.
hell.
Because that's not going anywhere.
No.
And Mark Zanuck...
Although, you know what? I fucking watched Jaws on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Because I was putting noisy films on to drive the fireworks out for the dog.
Aye.
And so I put Jaws on.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to the bit of the film where fucking Robert Shaw does his monologue.
Rob Schneider.
Robert Shaw does his monologue about the fucking Indianapolis, and all I could hear in my head was all I could hear in that thing that is one of my favourite monologues of all time was you cunt, going, you mustn't go in the water.
There's a shark in the water.
So you've ruined Jaws for me.
8 kids went in the water. Only 2 came out.
And you sound like Angel.
It's our shark. Right, so that was a flawless impression. Mark Zammett came on. Finally got Mark on. I'd been speaking to him for months to talk about Homeless Ashes, a project that it's extremely important. He's currently crowdfunding again for the third block of the movie. If you haven't given anything to this, just go and have a look. If you're not going to give money to it, at least share it around. It's on Indiegogo. Mark Zammett, Homeless Ashes. Like I say, even just sharing it is giving something, because you might share it to someone who's going to give money. So just please share it around. Also in September, we had our trip to Cincinnati.
Yes, we did.
For the Cincinnati Comic Expo. We
Yes, we
finally got to meet some of our pod buddies. History of Bad Ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It was a fucking mental.
It was
4 days.
It was crazy.
It was crazy. Just amazing meeting those guys in person. Just from the first night, taking Jeff for one pint or one drink, and then turned into many, many more drinks. And it was fucking amazing.
And then meeting Big Sexy Dev.
Yep.
Who's just an awesome bloke.
Miriam
Margulies, Kel Mitchell. We got to watch some of the talks. There's some great talks going on there. I mean, the Cincinnati Comic Expo, we've been doing like the Comic Cons over here, but we don't really do it. I mean, we do it, and we do a really good job, but the Cinci Expo was a bit of an eye-opener. The way they had everything laid out, the way everything was set up, it was like, this is doing it. This is really in.
And I saw some of the photos that they put out, like an album up on the Facebook page the other day there, and just looking back at the photos, it's like it just brought it all back. And it was amazing. The atmosphere was amazing. The guys were all amazing as well. It was just fucking fantastic. It was just an amazing experience.
We got to meet Doug. We got to meet Randall. We got to meet the Home Video Hustle guys.
Unfortunately, we got to meet Scab Jeff.
Unfortunately,
Cincinnati Llama Botherer.
I honestly think we should just change his name to Piss Jeff.
Piss Jeff.
Yeah, like Drunk Jeff.
Yeah.
See if we can get Hobie just to change that.
Just Llama. Fuck.
Ooh, Llama Botherer Jeff.
Yep.
Yeah, and we got to break the story for them, so fuck you,
Jason.
But yeah, meeting Jason, meeting Jeff and Blake for the short time he was there. Blake.
And also Scab Jeff, I've got one more floppy than you, mate, so set my balls.
He's got like 37 more nominations than you, though.
Nominations count for nothing.
Exactly, tell Leo that. But yeah, I mean, it was a fantastic weekend. We had an amazing time. I'll be honest with you, I'm still trying to wrap my head around the fact that happened.
Yeah, it took me a good month to get back into. I'm back in Berwick now.
Yeah,
like, you know, I mean, like, I've got my own business, so I've got no one going, "Oh, get the fuck on with your work, you cunt."
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean. And honestly, it took me a good month to get past going to Cincinnati to meet all of those guys. It was like I kind of sat down at the desk and opened the spreadsheet and went, "Oh, I wish I was in Cincinnati. Go to Graters for doing it."
Graders. So we need to either go back over there or get those boys over here, and Jason needs to bring his wife as well, because I think his wife and my wife.
Oh yeah, bloody right. Absolutely.
They would be like two peas in a pod.
Yes.
Like there's no way Lindsay wouldn't get home.
Definitely.
It would just be amazing.
Yeah, Jessica was great, and you know, I mean, they all took, like, especially Jeff. You know, bloody, I felt really bad on the Sunday night. He chauffeured us to Jason's.
We had travelled 4,000 miles.
And
we had another 4,000 miles.
Yeah, but he chauffeured us about the entire weekend.
He fucking should.
Oh, fuck off, Kev.
I know what you're saying. I fully appreciated everything those guys did, especially Jeff. He was basically a chauffeur for the 3-4 days we were there.
Yeah,
and I did feel a little bit bad, but
because he's not into his wrestling.
No. He did have to sit and watch the whole wrestling.
It was like it was a pretty shitty pay-per-view, to be honest. But, it was still cool, because, you know, most of, like, not all of the pay-per-views, but a lot of the pay-per-views I stay up until bloody bastard 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm speaking to Brigger over the Twitters. But it was just cool to, watch the pay-per-view in the same room as him. It was just cool.
It was.
Cool.
It was.
But I looked over a few times and Jeff was just arsing about with his phone, like he was bored and kind of wishing he was dead a little bit.
He's playing Snake on his 3330.
Yeah.
So in October, when we came back, we reviewed the expo. It took us about a week to get round to reviewing it because we were both fucked. And on that episode, Daniel Farron came back on to talk about his new project, The Fourth Monkey, which got funded straight away, and it's looking brilliant.
Yeah, I donated to that one.
Yeah, you donate to most of them, to be fair.
Yeah.
And then we had Danny on, Danny Icott, who looked after us on the set of Black Site. Fantastic guy. We had him on to talk about micropubs and pretty much anything else that came to mind.
Yeah.
which was a Acoustic interview. It was a great interview. November, we had Dave and his crew back on to talk about Sustain because that movie's wrapped. I think they're just heavily into the editing now.
Although they are coming back on the show in January.
Okay.
I believe.
Okay. Because they're doing reshoots, aren't
yes.
they? Yes.
Yeah. So we are doing something with them to do with the reshoots, but I'm not sure what.
Okay.
Something is happening.
Okay. Are we going to be in it?
Ooh, that'd be cool.
We'll be in it over Skype.
Just put some green screen up there and just like edit us in. Just jolly because it.
Nathan von Minden came on to talk about Angry Men, which is another one.
One's looking good, yeah.
I'm really looking forward to seeing that. We did our Emergency Justice League movie review because it fucking sucked.
Yeah.
And Tracy Birdsall came on to talk about
awesome.
Time War.
That was awesome.
She was great.
Yeah.
Like, I would actually, we've interviewed some fantastic people last year, and I've loved talking to everyone. To be honest, like the likes of your Matt Hook and your Dom Lenoir. Everyone has been a great interview because we tend to just have a chat. Like we're not really. I would never call us interviewers, to be honest. No. I would just rather sit and have a chat with someone.
Well, that's what we go for, though.
And we get the best out of it.
Sat having a pint.
Yeah, but Tracy Birdsall is kind of one of my favourite interviews.
Yeah, I would agree with you. Yeah, that was a good one. That was a really good one.
When I listened back to it. And when I edited it, and then as soon as it was finished editing, I listened back to it, and I'm like, that was a good interview. Like we had a bit of a laugh with her. We got some good stuff out of her. She was dropping exclusives that she probably shouldn't have been telling us. She was just dropping like spoilers left, right, and centre. And it was just a great interview. I really enjoyed that one. So yeah, I would love to have Tracy on again, and Neil is dying to come on. Who's the director?
Oh, we need him on.
Yeah, he's dying to come on, and he's a Brit, so. That should be an easy one.
The fact that he interrupted Tracy's, that was one of the best moments of the year for me. The fact that we were speaking to Tracy over the Skypes, and he interrupted the interview to say, "Guys," and he put his phone up at the thing, and he was listening to us.
He's like, "I'm your number one fan." He didn't say that, but he might as well have.
Yeah, that was cool as fuck.
Yeah, it was. Nah, I had a good time with that interview. And then December, the month just passed, which, to be fair, we phoned it in December. I think we were just like, it's been a year.
Yeah, it's been a year, yeah.
Let's recharge our batteries.
Yep.
The Last Jedi came out, so we did an emergency review of that because it fucking sucked again. It's
disappointing.
The more I think about that movie, the more I hate it. Dislike it.
I am still gonna hold off talking about it anymore until I've seen it again.
Sounds like a valid thing to do. Yeah. And Tom sent in his top 5 for the last of the decade. And then, that was pretty much us. And I came up with the fucking brainwave of the road to MCU. Kick off this year.
Yeah.
It's been a year.
So
if you had to pick one thing, right, let's make it hard. Like, what has been your number one thing this year that we've done?
Well, you've completely bypassed a massive thing that we've done this year.
Oh shit, what was that?
Is that after we got back from Cincinnati, we I couldn't have done it without you, is we fucking shot a movie.
Yeah, but I didn't do anything. I just kind of sat there and went, I've not even read this.
if you weren't there, that wasn't going to happen.
No, I know. Like, obviously, you couldn't do it without me because I'm awesome. But yeah, no, I didn't mention that, and I'm sorry I didn't mention that because I think it's more the fact like I'm champing at the bit to get it finished.
Yeah,
like I want to get back and just get it all done, and because I think you're onto something with it, and it looks from the stuff we've seen and the stuff we've done with it, it looks like it's going to be special.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to be really good, and I can't wait to see what actually comes of it in the end.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I never put it on there, because literally it's not done yet.
It's not done yet, but
we're still...
What
we did do it. Christ.
Like, you know, we spent, I think it was, what was it, 3 days? 4 days shooting?
4 days. 4 days.
That was just the most amazing week. You know, I know I'm not taking anything away from Cinci or going to
No.
that, but like, you know, I started writing it in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
When, you know, it was nice weather. I was outside writing it in the sun in the garden and all that, with a cider, obviously.
Yeah, obviously,
as you do. And so I started writing in that, and it was maybe like there was 4 drafts, I guess, to what we actually shot, and then most of that was, or about a good 20% of the stuff that we shot I thought of on the spot.
Yeah, of course.
There's a couple of specific shots that I thought of just before Slink showed up. But yeah, I'm pleased with it, and I think that I've started writing the script for part 2. About maybe about a quarter of the way in.
Right.
And I think that I think that it's going to be cool.
So how long do you think before you would send it to anyone that we've been speaking to? Because we've been speaking to some pretty awesome people this year, and a lot of them have said when you're finished, send it over.
Yeah.
I don't think you'll send it because you're a muckle bitch.
I am a muckle bitch. Well, okay, here's the thing. Right, before I went to thingy it to a script, and I've got to do a thank you, a big shout out here to Cos.
Yeah, he sent you the...
Because I'd never attempted to write a script before. I'm completely new to it. It's been a massive learning curve, and it's been fucking awesome. But I've written short stories in the past, you know, way back.
Yeah.
So I didn't really know what to do.
Yeah.
And so I wrote it as a short story, which I sent to Cos to have a read over. And so Cos was helpful as fuck. He really, really was. Cos was great. So your answer to that is I'm going to be sending it to Cos first. When it's finished, I want Cos's opinion on it.
Cool, man.
But so Cos helped me out with like what software to use when you're putting your script together and all that, and he helped me out with a lot of stuff. But I also sent it to Jason as well from Hobie to have a cheeky read over as well.
Took him like 6 months, but
that was quicker than you.
Still not ready, so fuck you. Anybody's going to be quicker than me at this point.
But I think once I'm happy with it, then we'll send it to people to have a look. And there's a couple of festivals that I want, like short film festivals that I want to send it to as well. So
Berwick Short Film Festival.
RZ, fuck that.
Yeah, they are a bit namby-pamby.
Well, I was going to do that because Slink and Rachel told us about that night.
Yeah.
One of the nights, I think it was the first night we were filming. And then I told I was speaking to Gary, my business partner, about it. And he's sort of involved with the Maltons and all that kind of thing, like locally. And then he said what the 2016 winner was, and it was a woman who was basically pissing in a field.
Cool.
And that won.
Wow.
So I don't think that's my...
Because it's layered.
Audience, it's layered. It's layered. Definitely layered. Well, layered and piss.
Yeah. That's not... I don't know. I mean... Yeah, it's not your audience.
She was a lesbian. Or is a lesbian, I guess. She's not dead. Well, unless she pissed on a...
So who filmed it? Why would you film somebody having a piss in a field?
Her short, or her project was for the film festival was bloody... was I'm a lesbian and I'm going to piss in a field.
Why?
This is a thing.
Why?
This is an actual thing, I swear to you. And it won.
I remember when I was in college, I made
Did you piss in the field?
No, I made a short movie about making a cup of coffee. But that's got stuff in it.
Coffee.
Yeah, you put the sugar in, you put the coffee in, you put the water in, you can put the spoon in and you swirl it round so you get some Tony K type things, like the start of American History X. You get all that kind of thing, and that's like things you can do. I don't know what pissing in a field can do.
It was like social commentary or something. But I'm a lesbian and I can piss in the field if I want to, alright? Don't question me.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
so it was what? Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because non-lesbians don't piss in fields.
Apparently not.
Or maybe they do piss in fields, but lesbian... I'm not fucking know.
And was there like close-up shots, or was it all
I
like...
have no idea, I'm not watching that
was
shit.
it all wide angles?
I'm guessing it was done on like an iPhone or something.
Oh.
She was like doing a selfie cam while she was having a piss.
I wouldn't watch that.
No.
I don't understand why anybody would watch that.
No. But apparently that's the Berwick Film Festival's bag, is artsy-fartsy wank like that, so I will not be entering that.
So, right, do you think if I went into a field and had a shit, right, but the camera was focused on my arsehole, so you saw it like retract so that the poop could come out, do you think I'd win an award? Because it would be like...
You're going to go, wow.
As it falls on the ground. Wow.
No, as your arsehole retracts. Wow.
Because it's like symbolising like the elasticity of my arsehole.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
or like I'll drink loads of coffee so that I've proper got the shits, and then there'll be no retraction, it'll just slide out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No?
Boke. Yeah.
That won an award?
Apparently so, yeah.
What happened to the days when people made short movies about things? Like, I'm not trying to pass commentary, like, fucking social comment. Fuck off.
I'm bringing that back, Kev.
Ugh.
We're not the piss in the field. We've made a short film.
You're gonna bring movies back?
Oh, yeah.
Actual movies.
Make movies great again.
But that's that... I would hate to be a judge at a movie festival and sit there and somebody brings in a film and it's a woman pissing in a field.
But like, what kind of twat goes, oh, that's like amazing?
Oh, I felt the emotion in her face as she pissed in the field because it was all freezing and stuff. Like, I just don't get it. Like, yeah, I wouldn't review that.
Like, honestly, like Gary sent me the link to it, to the article about it. I didn't watch the film, never that.
I would have totally watched it.
No, but he sent me the link to, like, I suppose, the synopsis of it. And it's like, why would you do? Why?
But what was the synopsis? How was the write up?
Oh, I can't remember that.
Was it like go through the full range of emotions as she is in a field?
I think it was like she was like demonstrating her femininity and her lesbianism by pissing in a field. This is a thing. I'm not joking.
People will watch anything.
Yeah, but
you know what? That must give you hope.
That it's never going to be as bad as that.
Because if people will watch that, they'll definitely watch your movie.
There's no one pissing in a field in my movie. So,
exactly.
yeah.
Oh, well, no, that might be the deal breaker. It might be like, can we reshoot it, but have the thing like pissing outside, just in the background somewhere?
Like, no studio interference. No.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, 2016's Berwick Film Festival winner was a lesbian pissing in the field.
Yeah, apparently so.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, I mean, that was fucking 2017 was a fantastic year for us, my friend, but you know, I wrote and directed my own film, which I've wanted to do for the last ever. So that was cool as fuck. And thank you to you, because I couldn't have done it without you.
Nah, you could have. You'd be fine.
Yeah.
I just sat there and just took the piss out of you.
I did tell you shut the fuck up at one point.
Yeah. A couple of times.
Yeah.
A couple of times it hurt. It was a deep cut. Deep cut.
So what's your pick?
Well, I can't not see the film now,
Oh,
can I?
well,
Because you've just fucking
Well,
waffled
you
on
fucking
about
say
it.
whatever you want.
For me, I'm gonna cheat, big time. I'm gonna Hobie it.
Well, shit.
And I'm gonna Hobie it with Hobie, because going to Cincinnati was fucking outrageous. It was unbelievably good. I had an amazing time. It was just surreal, like the getting on that first plane and going over there. Just the whole thing was just mental. Meeting Jason was just fucking great. Meeting Blake, meeting Jeff, meeting Jason's wife was awesome. She was just, you know what? She was amazing.
Yeah,
Like,
she was. She was.
I was kind of like sitting there and I'm thinking, because me and Jason have often made the comparison that like he is the me of Hobie and I am the him of 365. Like there is a lot in common that we have. And then when I met his wife, I'm like, Jason is me.
Yeah.
Because that's my wife. I was like,
there are a lot of similarities.
I was kind of like, you guys are just completely like the wit,
like the moment in that fucked up bar,
yeah,
in Mos Eisley, when Jessica was saying, "Oh, that guy's gay."
Yeah,
that's something that Lindsay would say.
Oh, she would have totally said that. She would have totally called him out on it as well.
Definitely.
She would have went up to him and said, "You, sir, are a gay." Maybe not that far. But the Cincinnati trip was fucking amazing. I would love to do it again. If the Cinci expo would have us, I would be fucking over there in a shot. I would go. But also, I can't take a single thing away from the Black Site visit.
Yeah.
It's the first time we've done anything like that. We've done Comic-Cons before, which is kind of why Sci-Fi Weekend, as much as I had an amazing time, isn't quite up there. It was a fantastic weekend, but going there and watching those guys in action, watching those guys work, seeing some of the wire work, seeing some of the fighting, seeing Chris just stood in the middle of a fucking Fallout bunker, just acting his balls off, basically.
Yeah,
and
I can't wait to see that in 2018.
Exactly, and that the moment that I just thought this is the greatest experience this year was Samantha when she was down on her hands and knees and she just fucking started crying.
Yeah,
and you and I were just like, that just happened.
We just saw acting.
I cannot wait to see this movie because she was phenomenal in that little bit. She was great. And then, like, I'm going to fuck you up, eyes.
Yeah.
Just the whole thing. It was amazing. The film looks like it's going to be cracking. Tom's, like, showed us a couple of little bits and pieces. It looks like it's going to be amazing, and I cannot wait for it. And when it comes out, we're going to be like, we went and saw that.
Yeah.
We're going to be, like, watching that scene, and we're going to be like, we watched that happen.
Or the actual end scene of the movie.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's a downer. We did get some major spoilers.
We'll never remember it.
Nah. To be fair, I was more just like thinking, I am freezing.
Yeah.
It's like they're delivering massive big exposition, and I'm like, it is fucking cold in here.
Yeah. The coffee was nice.
It was nice, and they all looked after us, and everybody was great, and it was just a fantastic time. It was a great day. So I'm putting that right next to the weekend away at Cinci.
Yeah, fair play.
So yeah, that's it. And I guess that's the 2017 roundup.
Any movies you're looking forward to in 2018?
Oh shit! I honestly couldn't tell you what's coming out. Let's have a look. So starting off with January, the new Insidious movie. I'm not that fussed about that. 12 Strong. I'm actually really looking forward to that. It's the one about the guys in Afghanistan, the soldiers on the horses.
Right.
It's got like Chris Hemsworth's in it, Michael Peña's in it, Michael Shannon is up in there. The trailer looks really good. I'm quite looking forward to seeing that. What else do we have? 50 Shades. You going to see the new 50 Shades?
No.
Oh come on, it's the third one. You've got to see it. Black Panther's coming out in February. Obviously, we have to go and see that.
We have to see that.
So we will be reviewing that with the Damp Night Boys. What else do we have? Death Wish, the new Bruce Willis movie. Actually looks like Bruce Willis might give a fuck in this movie.
Really?
Yep. I watched the trailer. The trailer came out today, and I was literally sitting there thinking, yep, he looks like he gives a fuck. And by that, I mean, like, he pulls more than one face. We also have the Tomb Raider movie.
I'm looking forward to that.
I thought you would be. You would be. And so am I a little bit. Pacific Rim. Sherlock Gnomes. You're going to see Sherlock Gnomes?
For fuck's sake.
I know. The Mary Magdalene movie. You're definitely going to be seeing that.
Mary Magdalene movie?
Yeah. With Joaquin Phoenix as Jesus. No, not as Jesus. Yeah, Jesus.
Right.
I think. Yeah, we'll go with that. The New Mutants?
Oh, is that the one with Maisie Williams? I do actually quite fancy that.
I didn't think that was happening. So is that a Marvel movie?
It's Fox.
Fox? I didn't actually. I thought that had been shit-canned.
No, I've not read that, like.
No. So Rampage with Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I'm definitely going to be seeing that. Why the fuck wouldn't I?
Okay.
April, Super Troopers 2.
Yeah.
You know fine well I'm going to be seeing that.
Yep.
Cannot wait to see that. Avengers Infinity War in May. Obviously, we're going to be seeing that because that's kind of the whole point of the fucking thing. Solo. It's up for debate.
I'll see how it's going. See Deadpool 2 is out now in a minute after that. I want to see Deadpool 2. Actually, the Slender Man movie, I might give that a go.
It looks pretty fucking grim, like.
Slender Man, yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a trailer out for it, like?
Yeah, the trailer came out like yesterday.
Oh fuck, right.
Yeah, Deadpool 2, obviously we'll be seeing that.
Yeah.
Ocean's 8.
No.
I don't know.
I'll watch it on Netflix or something.
I really don't want to watch it, but I've got a funny feeling I'm gonna.
Right, I see.
Yeah.
Hate Watch,
yeah. Incredibles 2, personally for me, it's been too long. I wanted Incredibles 2, but it's been a bit too long.
Incredibles isn't the best Pixar movie for me.
Yeah, I know. Jurassic World.
Oh yeah, you got to go and see that. It doesn't look great from the trailer for me, but I'm going to go and see it anyway.
Sicario 2. I never saw the first one, if I'm honest. The Purge.
Never heard of it.
A new Purge movie.
Another one.
The Purge, The Island. I quite like the sound of that. I'll definitely see that. I love the old The Purge movies. Ant-Man and the Wasp.
I probably won't see that in the cinema. I'll see it when it comes out on the Blu-rays.
Lawrence Fishburne's in it. What else do we have? Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again.
The fuck?
It's a sequel to Mamma Mia.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Mission Impossible 6.
I thought that had been put back. Because
So-
he all, like,
so did I.
Didn't he, like, break his shit?
As far as I know, Teen Titans Go to the Movies.
Oh, fuck off.
Fuck knows.
Equalizer 2, fuck yeah, I'll watch that.
Equalizer 2?
I'll watch
I
that.
had no idea they were doing that.
Yeah, I knew they were doing it, I didn't realise when it was coming out, though. I'll watch that, like.
The Predator.
No.
Shane Black, be set at Christmas, there'll be a kidnapping. Yeah, and...
The Meg, I am going to watch that.
yeah, that's been coming a while.
Yeah.
How's that taking so long?
It's about Megalodon.
It says it right there in the title.
Yep.
What else do we have?
I don't know why they've put the Meg.
The Meg.
Stupid.
I thought it was just called Meg.
The book is called Meg.
Right.
Johnny English 3, though.
Johnny English 3, Robin Hood.
Yeah.
Is that the Oranges? Robin Hood Oranges.
Robin Hood Oranges, aye. Isn't it got Taron Egerton?
Taron's in there.
Whatever.
Taron, Jamie Foxx, Jamie Dornan, Ben Mendelsohn, Tim Minchin. Oh, Tim Minchin plays Friar Tuck, doesn't he? Yeah, I'll watch that. For Tim Minchin, I'll watch that. What else do we have? Venom.
Piping Hot Mess.
It's looking like it.
Yeah.
It's looking like it, but it's Tom Hardy, so I'll give it a go. What else? X-Men Dark Phoenix.
No.
Pass.
Pass.
Hard pass.
Hard pass.
Yeah. Holmes and Watson.
What?
Holmes and Watson. Ethan Coen. So Coen brothers. Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly.
Fuck that shit.
So Sherlock Holmes, but comedies. Fuck.
Absolutely not.
Fantastic Beasts 2.
No.
Creed 2.
Yeah, maybe.
Wreck-It Ralph 2.
No.
A lot of 2s in November.
Yeah.
Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, it's just the animation.
Yeah. Mortal Engines. That's the new Peter Jackson movie that everybody's raving about.
Okay. When's you know what I didn't see there was Ready Player One.
Yeah.
Where's that?
Didn't see that anyway. Aquaman. Bumblebee movie. John Cena's in it.
Yeah, let's face it, it's going to be Aquaman, isn't it? There's no way I'm not seeing Aquaman.
No. Mary Poppins and Bohemian Rhapsody.
I will watch... Was he writing that?
Director. Huh. He took over from Bryan Singer, didn't he? Because Singer got done for being a nonce.
Yeah, dear, allegedly.
But Rami Malek, I'm 100% going to be watching that. I mean, December, Aquaman for me, and Bohemian Rhapsody, definitely. So there's a few good films coming out next year. We need to have a proper little look and actually nail down...
I'm really interested by that one. Scroll back down. Parliament film, title TBA. I'm really interested in that.
I do love a good Paramount title, TBA.
Yep.
Mowgli, though. A Mowgli movie, directed by Andy Serkis.
Yeah.
Christian Bale, Benedict Cumberbatch.
You might watch it. Yeah.
Kate Blanchett.
Yeah.
Right, so that is 2018.
That's it.
We are now in 2018. 2017 has been a cracking year, and hopefully we can just keep it going.
Yep.
Just keep it moving and have another awesome year. We're going to struggle having as good a year, but
yeah,
just fucking go for it.
See what comes.
Come what may. That's from something. But yeah, this has been episode 99. We will be back with 100. We have a 100% movie for the 0% section, flipping that on its head. Wild Bill, a nice British movie.
Yeah.
And the TV show was Hard Sun. And we will be back to talk more about the things we love and hate.